Yep.
Oh, gee, that's original.
Goose Maguire.
Yeah. Wonder where you got that from.
Oh, it's not what I call him. It's what he responds to.
I actually played with Goose Maguire. Played against him. The father of Goose.
Right.
Down in Warrnambool. He played for South Warrnambool.
So you didn't play with him, you played with the father?
Played against him. I played against the father of Goose, and who was originally called Goose. The original Goose. It's like me, the original Milky. They call me son Milky. My grandson will be called Milky. They'll be going, where'd this name come from? in about 50 years' time, when I'm pushing up daisies.
Players in positions now, Milky. It looks like it should be a good game.
I'll tell you what you got to love about local footy. Look at the names that are around this first bounce too from both sides.
Oh, yeah.
They've gone all the big guns in there.
So and great to see Jai Cross out there too, Milky.
It is, mate.
Fair bit of time out of the game.
Yes, fantastic, and a real good footballer. I left him out of my top 52,
Superstar.
unfortunately. You got Berry, you got Marcus Thompson, you got Pitt, the new captain, and you got Sam Scott with his pants on, which is a really good thing. You got Ben Jannon, you've got Zach Sherman. Oh, keep going with that. You got Welsh, and who's the fourth one? Josh Eddy. So real tough opening. Up they go. Ben Jannon runs straight at the man. Ball, no one gets it. Over the top of the footy there is to Marcus Thompson. Umpire just letting it go a little bit here. Oh, a bit of feeling in the guts there. Sherman all over. Is it Marcus Thompson at the bottom there?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yep.
Good start. This is what we want.
Don't mind it.
Just start swinging a few punches, boys. That's what we want. Berry knocks it down into the path of his teammate, right in the guts. Ridden into the ground. Was that Howarth that was ridden into the ground? Or was it little Mitchy Patton? No, neither of those. It was, in fact, the big fella in Jaden McHenry.
Ball back up. Berry over the top of Banjannon. Won it first time. Ball still at ground level. Plenty of numbers around this. Don't think it's going to get out. It's almost like a rugby scrum at the moment. The ball's only moved a couple of metres wide of the centre circle, and we'll do it all again.
It's almost like it's the game plan for St Mary's. They've got the hard bodies in there.
Yeah, and they've pushed everyone right up to this contest too, so there's not a lot of space around the footy. The umpire just clears it out, trying to generate some space. Berry, Lothing got a hand to it towards Scott, couldn't quite pick it up. Ball stuck at ground level again, and it'll be thrown up again. Nearly 2 minutes played. The ball has moved 6 metres.
Go again there. Berry got the tap down. Sam Scott was laying the tackle. Came out. Sherman's got hands on him. He was able to get out the back, and then they got a rush kick forward. It's out towards the boundary line, and about 70 around from St Mary's goal. It'll go over and just bounce into the cards, and we'll have a throw in. Finally, we got somewhere.
It did straight. If the weather hits, we might end up with a 0-0 draw.
Absolutely, mate.
So the boundary umpire with it. Berry v Banjannon again. Been a good battle earlier. They've had plenty of chances. He just smashed it forward, taking the ball there. That was Gillies. Threw a boot at it, then it's just bouncing out towards the line. Jai Walker was after it, but the line beat him. We'll have another throw in.
Out of side. 2.5 minutes gone. No score, obviously. It hasn't not reached the arc of either end at this stage of the game.
Bit scrappy, isn't it?
Very, very scrappy game of footy. We've got Banjannon and Berry again as the Border Boy stands right in my path. Marcus Thompson dishes off the handball. Goes out wide. Berry gets a hand on it. Zach Sherman's got it. Tries to turn it over. Gives it to his mate, and it is coughed up. Oh, no. Coming out the back there was Dowling, Paddy Dowling. Ball goes forward. Knocked into the path of Dobson. It's knocked away from him, but who's that holding the players back? Goes back to Dobson. Goes towards goal. Was that Garner? In the path of Gillies. Gillies, just flips it over his head to nobody because there's nobody there. Garner picks it up. Does he get one in the back? Plays for it a little bit, I reckon. And no free kick. Umpire says, throw it in, boys.
A few matchups. We've got Hall starting on West.
Well, no, it's a free kick.
Yeah, free kick.
Is that Nick Connors with the footy?
It is. What was the free kick for?
Might have been out in the full, I reckon, Milky. As Sam Hughes went to ground, I think it might have come off his shin and out in the full.
So in he comes Connors, goes round the body, the old banana, straight through the middle, and first blood to, well, not blood, but first score to Nick Connors and St Mary's. At the nearly almost the 4 minute mark, first goal to St Mary's. They lead 1 straight to Leopold Nunn. And in this first quarter, boys, is brought to you by Blood Toyota. So when I said first blood, and it's a blood, I already give them a plug. Not without trying.
Bloodware's number 13, Milky.
Yeah, got to be careful.
Blood and blood. Yeah.
Very good. 3 degrees of separation, that's what they say, isn't it, Milky? So St Mary's first goal of the afternoon, nearly 4.5 minutes played, excuse me. First term, ball back up, Banjannon drives into Berry, won it down, Sherman stripped of it. Ball comes out towards this broadcast side. Connors won it first and did well. Won himself a free kick too, I reckon. Did well. put his head over it.
He just put in a
Committed.
few really quick yards there
Yep.
to get
Yep.
to that, didn't he?
Had
Slid
to win
into
it.
the legs, though, a little bit, though.
Yeah.
He was outnumbered, so had to win the ball. It's not his greatest kick towards Snowden. Just buries it on the half volley. Travellini over the top man. Shannon, look at that little trick work from the big man. Ball inside 50. It drops short. Gillies out-muscled.
Shocking beard.
He has grown out a bit this year. The ball's about 40 out from home. Ball still at ground level. Snowden tries to drive his way out of there. He couldn't. He was wrapped up in a very strong tackle from Jaden McHenry. And we'll throw it up about 45 out from home.
They're letting
On this near side.
They're letting it in the AFL. That effort, you wrap the footy up and you go to ground, and don't actually make an effort to get rid of it. And they're letting it go in local footy as well. Don't like it at all, boys. Garner wrapped up in the tackle by Marcus Thompson. As a result of that ball up, 40 out from the St Mary's goal. They lead one straight to Leopold, yet to score. And my old mate Jesse Lothian in amongst this. He'll almost got his hands on it. Flipped out the back. McHenry. Handball's over his head. Connor's got it again. He gives it over to Dobson. Dobson squares it up. Oh, he almost hit Garner right in the guts. Here's Maguire. Comes out to the wing. Puts it on. There he is. Have a look at that bloke.
How good is that?
Simon Close. He is a ripper. Goes to centre half forward. But a good mark taken by Riley Hall.
Who's
Where
sponsoring
was
our Mark
West?
of the Years again, Milky?
Yeah. United.
United, that's it. Early. That always
Oh,
ripped
almost had his head ripped off. It's little Brandon Howarth.
Might be the only way to stop him. They should have done that the grand final day. Tried to
that low,
decapitate him.
Oh, a little up and under kick. Hall again gets a fist at it, just knocks it in front of himself, and it goes over the boundary line. 30 out from the Leopold goal. Their first entry into the forward 50, boys. Sky's looking black. It almost looks like it's
Getting
blowing
here
past,
quick.
though, boys. It almost looks like it's going past us.
Yeah.
It's turning. It's doing a U-turn, apparently.
Thrown back into play there. Leopold had the numbers at ground level, but Smeary's able to get a hurried kick out of there. Went up to Welsh, who tried to get a hand on it, couldn't quite hold on to it. Sort of heard a whistle in there as play just keeps
They
going.
seem to stop some of the players.
They've all stopped as eventually Sammy Hughes was able to get clear and throw it on the boot.
That's
Deep,
gone
it's
over
over
their
the
heads.
top and through for a minor score. Leopold's first goal of the day. They go to one behind to St Mary's, one straight 6.
Baden Ramos certainly
Ooh, and the
heard a
wind's
whistle.
picking up
He was
too.
running the other way there for
They
some
all
minutes.
stopped.
Yeah.
Dust storm.
So kicking out for St Mary's, it'd have to be McMahon.
Yep.
Yeah, goes out wide, looking for his teammate there, Riley
Oh,
Hall.
he's claiming the mark.
Didn't take the mark, I don't think. He's got a free kick, I reckon.
No.
Throw it in.
Throw in.
Throw in to
Didn't
the
look that
umpire.
close to the fence.
Didn't look that. So they're going out. West has put his hand up, and so too Guy Hardiman is I thought he's the backup ruckman, is he? Or the nominated ruckman. Up they go, ball to ground level. Swarming on the footy. They're just stacks on here. The umpire's circling. He blows the whistle and says, "Give it to me, boys. We'll see what we can do here."
So Berry's dropped back to the last line here for Leopold, so any rush kicks you'd expect him to get in the way of.
Wind advantage, boys. Which way's it going? Didn't take much notice while I was out there.
And it's going Leopold's way, the way that kick carried from Hughes.
Goes back, there's the man you mentioned. He goes back, gets it on the second attempt, gives it over to his teammate there, Njai Cross. Good to see him back, as you mentioned, Buzz. Over to Garner, looking to do something with this. Chips it over the top, looking for his teammate in Gillies. Shave that beard off and you'll be look much more like a human being.
Full.
Tom,
On the full.
must have gone off the shin of the of McHenry, was it?
Yeah. So Gillies will take it. He's the recipient. Gets it inside 50. Hangs near a little bit. Oh, gee, that was hacked out of midair, I reckon, in the end by Burke. He dropped the mark beforehand. Maguire couldn't get his hands to it. Wraps up Connors, though. The ball came out.
Got him for a throw.
I reckon it was a throw, Milky.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good tackle by Mitch Maguire on debut for the Lions today.
Big boy.
He is. He's what I describe as a thick unit.
A thick unit.
He's got a nice head of hair too, Mitch Maguire.
Where's your... Oh, you got the going with the ponytail. Yeah, you got the little...
He goes out wide. Nice looking kick too. Finds Patton. Had an extraordinary season last year. It's a nice looking kick too to go over the head of nearly everyone. Hall got a hand to it, won it to ground, only as far as close. Snaps on the left foot towards goal. Was well done in the air from Jack Blood, drifting
Was,
back.
wasn't it?
Great
The
play.
ball's
Still in play.
Ball's still in play. You're right, Milky. Garner goes down the line towards Paddy Dowling, but the ball beats him out, and it'll be thrown in about 65 out.
Huge play from Blood there. It was a 2-on-1 in his defensive 50 against him with Howarth behind him.
Yep.
So to get in the way and punch it out like that, it's excellent from the
Howarth
first gamer.
sweating on the crumbs, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Could have opened them up.
He's planning the celebration.
Ball comes out the back. Little kick comes out to Gillies, but he's dispossessed. Oh, quick hands. Oh, very, very quick hands there from Jesse Lothian. Free kick going to St Mary's. Bouncing ball, Garn. He's been in everything in this first quarter. Gets it again, but he's dispossessed. Ball comes, a bit of a shove on that occasion. Sam Scott, quick grab on that occasion of the St Mary's boy. Tell me who that is, boys. Reynolds comes out the back to Nick Burke. Not Nick Burke, Kevy Burke. Puts it in the centre half forward, and the mark is taken by Guy Hardiman.
So Hardiman's now looking out. Well, he was looking out towards the wing and then shanked it towards centre half forward. Flying at the footy there was Welsh, came off hands. Dropping the pill there was Nick Burke, who came away. Welsh got involved again, had his head torn off, but he tried to shrug it and he got the free kick. As a reward, a little bit of feeling there.
Just said it's a man bun count. There are none out there, but there's one in the commentary box.
That's a good result.
Yeah.
So Welsh is just going to chip it wide. That looks like Travellini out there. He's got the footy now. Standing the mark is Kevy Burke. He's just going to push back and then send this one into the pocket. He's got a good lead, and coming up and taking the mark there was Sam Dobson. He's sort of right on the paint of 50 out there, so he's just going to spray it in towards the top of the square. Berry's in a good position. The fist came out the back. Leopold got the numbers. Came off a boot, though, of Gillies, and then bounced towards goal.
And it's gone
I reckon
through.
It's come off hands. Central umpire's calling touched. I reckon the goal umpire wanted to call a goal. And it's touched.
No one celebrated. Surely the goal umpire could.
He took middle position.
Morris quickly brought it back into play. Sam Scott's got it in the pocket, just sidesteps his man and goes a little bit of a gallop. He's going to kick it up towards the wing. Needs a mark. There was a flyer there. Good fist from the St Mary's defender. Now running onto the footy was McMahon. He tries to gather it. Leopold got the numbers. They get their hands away. Wagner was there. He couldn't get involved. Now Travellini with it. Tries to shrug his man. Handball's in board. It's going to end up with Scott. He goes to fend off, then gives the hands towards the line. It's tight there. Travellini keeps it in. And Milky might have to take over it.
Scott picks it up, gives it over Wagner. Wagner again across to Mitchy Patton. Tries to get through the tackle. Burke, Kevin, that is, puts it at ground level in front of West. No good down there for a big fella like that. Got to put up into his hands. The ball is now picked up by Paddy Killen. Got him in mid-top 50, young Paddy. Out in front of Jack Blood. Probably should have put him in there too. He does a good job on Howarth, and he's just happy to bundle that over the boundary line. Some 65 metres out from the Leopold goal. They trail one behind to St Mary's 1-1 at the 12-minute mark of this Blood Toyota first quarter.
Yep. Got there in the end. It's just first week. Blues. Ball at ground level.
That last all year.
It's a free kick for in the back, going the way of Leopold. That is Jai Walker with the footy, is it not? Looks like he has lost a bit of weight.
No, it's Patton, the captain. No, Matty Pitt, sorry.
Was. We got there. We're all struggling. Van Jannen. Gillies right to tackle. There's another whistle.
Free kick to Berry.
Leopold,
Hold against Ben Jannen.
Yeah, sort of go to Jack Berry. Round the mark is just inside 50, so it'll take his best.
Nah.
Good appeal from Mitch Patton there trying to steal it.
With a bit of a breeze.
Post high.
Bit of a breeze. I'm not sure about his accuracy.
Post high, Buzz. You said he'll might take his best. This will go through post high.
Behind post or goal post?
I'm not sure about that. You didn't say which post.
Berry comes in.
Jeez, he's hoofed it.
He has hoofed it. And a single cobra too.
They need bigger post for it to be post high. That was well over.
The Premiers are on the board. 117 St Mary's. Also 117. We've played 13 minutes. First term.
Post high. Did anyone say post high?
I didn't hear it.
Just me. That's all. You're the best at it, Milky. Don't worry about that. Oops. On the Blood Toyota scoreboard, it's 117 apiece. 13 and 20 gone. Might be an arm wrestle, boys. It mightn't be the margin you were talking about, JB.
Nah, it still will be.
Okay.
I've got to be confident back it in.
Okay.
It'll open up. It's just the first quarter, Milky. You always get this early in the year. Two teams just sounding each other out early. You'd expect the second term it'll free up.
Just saying.
There's the legs on the umpire, just absolutely powering up the guts there.
I'm just trying to see where West is. I don't reckon he's on the ground.
Well, he hasn't had a touch, I don't reckon, yet. So back in the middle there, Ben Jannen just got a finger to it. Close came charging off the line to get involved. There was Wagner, then the hands went back to Maguire. He's kicked an up and under into the forward 50. Flying it there and almost holding on to it was Henry.
Good tackle.
Real strong tackle there, about 30 out from the Leopold goal. Holds up the footy.
Just a little sweat of the old Brandon House, isn't he? He just waited for Jack Blood to grab it and then boom.
And smashed him.
You're right, Milky. Trent West is just pacing up and down in front of the bench down there.
Might have decided to go a bit smaller in the forward line. Ball comes out the back. Round the body goes Marcus Thompson. And that gives Leopold the lead for the first time. 14.5 gone. Marcus Thompson kicks a minor score. 1-2-8 on the Blood Toyota scoreboard. They lead St Mary's 1-1-7. And McMahon, one of the Catholics about to kick it out in Dillon. God, there's a lot of them. McMahons, that is. Not Catholics.
It's a common name.
There's even more of them, isn't there?
I don't know the official stats.
Don't know the breakdown.
Yeah. Neither do I, but it's Dylan McMahon with the football. Having a look around. He's hanging on it for quite a while. Decides to go to the outer side. Of course you do. As far away from us as you can go. Goes in the Snowden direction. Ooh. Over the back. A really good mark there to Sam Dobson. He quickly wheels around looking for Gillies, but it's almost lands in the hands of Paddy Killen. Ball bounces on its end and goes over the boundary line. Outer side will have a throw in. 15 gone.
Rough bounce for Killen. If he got that, he was ready to go. The 50 was well and truly open.
It's good moving by St Mary's, but a bit unlucky actually in the end. The ball did hold up in the breeze quite a bit. The ball was on for out the back if it hadn't held up. Ball comes out to Jai Walker, who goes this way and that, then dumps it on his left foot quickly to no real advantage. Garner takes the mark. He's been everywhere early for St Mary's. He's on the outer wing, just flexing his right leg too. I think he should be okay.
Speaking of blokes that have changed, have a look at Jai Walker.
Yeah.
He is up.
That's a good grab. Up early. Dobson again.
Yeah.
He's presenting superbly. His hands are on today for St Mary's. He's a long way from home though. About 65 by the time he kicks this ball. Holds up in the breeze against Snowden.
Snowy.
Got two hands to it. Couldn't quite hold it. Maguire wraps him up. Ball comes to ground. Plenty of numbers around this footy. Snowden goes again. Gets a little handball out of the pack. He goes wide. Maguire will nearly be first to it. He's tracked Killen and gets it out and will throw it in.
One thing I'm not enjoying here is water boys. How many of them do you need on the ground, and do they need to be on the ground all the time?
It's a hot day here. Give him a chance.
Nah, I'm not a fan.
Well, there's three of them right in front of us.
Yeah, thrown back in there. Just went straight over the ruckman there. They just both ran underneath the footy. Oh. Big tackle late on Sherman there, but he gets a free kick for too high. And a little bit of feeling again.
Right underneath, right at the umpire's feet. So don't know there'll be too much silly stuff going on here.
Look at this. So he'll have a shot on goal. He'll kick from about 45, I would have thought. Into the breeze, as we saw a minute ago. Be a fair effort to get the journey from there. I reckon he was looking for someone to run past almost. But you think he'll back himself in to get a bit of a run up and sink the boot into this one.
Maloney just too big on the tackle there, wasn't he?
Gets there now. Kick on the way. He's giving it a roost. And how about that? But just off to the right-hand side for a minor score.
Zachy boy.
Squaring things up at 8 apiece. 17-minute mark of the first term on your Blood Toyota scoreboard.
Good work. David Morris in front of us. First time I've spotted him with those bright red boots. So it's Sammy Hughes in the goal square. Nick Burke calling out for it. He goes long. Ball. It clears the pack over the back. Big fist on that occasion by Geordie Duncan. Loose ball. Goes over to Simon Close. Still looking to give it off to a teammate. Goes to Kevy Burke. Kevy Burke by hand over to Brandon Howarth. Howarth loves these. Gets around Welsh. Welsh wraps him up in a tackle. Surely he's gone, umpire.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. The boundary saved him.
While that play was going on, there was a flash on the horizon of lightning, so it's getting closer, boys. Just weather watch for you.
Well, as long as it doesn't come in this way, I don't really care. As long as we're dry. As the ball bounces after the throw-in. Sherman at the bottom of the pack, I think that is. Ball goes wide. Picked up. That was Jai Walker. Goes into half forward. Bouncing ball. Kevy Burke's at the bottom. There's West. Gets it. He's wrapped up. Ball goes off the boot. I reckon that was Lang. Yep.
Changed numbers for the Sheer Milky.
He has. That's what's confused me. I had to look at who's number 10. It's Tommy Lang. Was 10. Who was 10? I reckon Matty Hebbard. I reckon was number 10. See how good my memory was, but it doesn't matter anyway. Who cares? Spinning ball. Ooh, up over the top was Hardiman. Ball comes out. Jai Walker. Quick kick. Failed to take it, did Kevy Burke. Out the back. Lang again. Oh, thumps it into the wind. Goes wide. Oh, Dobson. He's just about marked everything that's gone near him. Off his hands and over the fence we go with a throw in at the 19-minute mark. 8 apiece on the Blood Toyota scoreboard.
Dobson's had the returning Jai Cross for company, and whether Jai Cross is a little bit just trying to get back up to pace with the game or whether Dobson's on, but Dobson's certainly presenting some nice hands early in this game. Ball at ground level. Goes towards McMahon, who couldn't quite pick it up on the first attempt. Tries at the second. He was bundled over. Burke was dispossessed. Ball very close to the boundary. Still hasn't gone out, I don't reckon. Somehow stayed in. It'll nearly fall to Garner. Now McMahon hands it wide to another McMahon. That's Damien. Finds Peterson. Cole now goes by hand. He misses Damien McMahon with the handball. Jeez, Morris came hard. Nearly took a body with him too. McMahon wraps him up right in the middle of Memorial Park. And we'll have a ball up. So St Mary's couldn't quite get the chain going.
Both teams struggling to really link up like that.
Yep.
We saw Leopold down that
Just
side,
thought
just
that
couldn't
fun-
quite get it going.
Oh, what a shocking throw-up. Back to the twos for you, Cocko.
Oh, he's
Wasn't too good. Oh,
You pay the free kick against yourself, you goose.
And while you're at it, fix the haircut. I'll tell you.
Fair dinkum. There, Paddy Killen goes centre half forward. Gillies is a target. Over the top, Maloney gets a fist on it. Garner grabs it, looking to give it off. Gives it over to his teammate there on Patterson Cole. He goes back, running with the flight and almost having a crack at it. There was Remos, but it goes backwards. Ball hands over the top. Oh, good pick up there by Welsh. Welsh spots someone. Garner, one-on-one. Good fist away there on that occasion by the Keast, and the ball goes goalward. Minus
Flying
score.
shot there from Paddy Killen.
Paddy Killen.
Your boy.
My boy, that'll give him the lead at the 21-minute mark of this first quarter. 1-3-9 St Mary's. They lead Leopold 1-2-8 on the Blood Toyota scoreboard.
There we go. So it's Morris with the pill deep in defence. There's a blood rule though. Sherman looks like he's got a bit just coming from his knee. Sildra run off the ground.
I was hoping to be that central umpire that have the blood leaf to go off. That is the worst throw up I've ever seen. Under 14 kids footy.
He's almost dropped it on the down of the throwing up motion.
Just quick around the grounds where we got a stoppage. St Joey's up by 20 points early against Bell Park in the first term there.
Wow.
Colac up by 46 over Lara.
There we go.
It could be a record score that
So
game.
we're taking a little bit to get going here. Now we do though. Morris has got the ball in hand. A few players moving for him. He's just going to spear. It's going to be tight on the line. Good mark taken there in close. Darcy Keast marks it. So he's got it about 45 around from his defensive goal. He looks further afield. Not a hell of a lot going on for him. He's just going to have to go back.
Interesting, he had West down the line there, but didn't want to go to him.
Could have sat it on his head, got the big fellow involved in the game because
He's not exactly
has not
calling
done
for
a
it
lot
though,
yet.
West.
They're going to go now. He's calling for it on the line. This kick isn't going to get there. He's going to have to fly at the footy West. He's gone underneath it, almost a mark out the back. That was really well played there from Hardyman. Got over the top there. Up went Burke, and then charging through as Maguire got the hands. Key still give it back. Now through Maloney, they can bring it out wide and get a short kick. Tight on the line. It's going to be really close. The umpire in good position. Good mark there by Nick Burke. He's now going to play on. He's going to get in that left boot. He's going to send it long into the pocket on the wing, Milky.
Big Jack. Oh, taking a good mark. Coming over the top there was Garner.
No, it's Henry.
It's Henry, is it? Sorry. I just saw the 3 and the 2, but they're upside. I had them around the wrong way. Tommy Henry, a really good mark at half back. Goes down the line looking for Gillies. Fisted over the top. Trying to get his way through is McHenry. Comes back to Gillies, who decides to take a bounce. He's running away from him. He takes 2. Is he going to take 3? He does. Runs all the way, tips it over the top. And to Paddy Killen, who kicks their second goal of the day. 2 goals, 3 St Mary's. They now go to 15. They lead Leopold 1-2-8. That was Paddy Killen kicked that, wasn't it?
Correct.
Yep. Didn't think I'd made a mistake. Don't normally. So. Oh, she's on. Send her
it is
back.
on
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Bit of a blue here.
It's Hall and
Hall and Oates.
close.
Hall and Oates. You don't even know who they
I
are.
don't know. I'll just nod and laugh. Split up pretty quickly though,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Once business started coming up
Well, I
again.
got a quick second. Went and saw Bruce Springsteen in the break. Went to my local coffee shop and she said, "Where you been?" And the girl said, "I've never heard of Bruce Springsteen." Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
no.
I've never heard of him. Who's he?
Oh, dear. Ball
Back in the guts. Up they go.
That's extraordinary.
Hardyman, ball flies out of the guts, puts it in front of weird ass kicker. Here he is. Picks it up. He's got that. That is Greg Hardy. Ball comes back. They've gone a long way to go forward, but taking a good mark on that occasion is Tommy Lang in defence. He's got to half back.
Yeah, and he's got a tough job today too. I reckon he's got Mitch Patton for company. No easy task. Oh, it's a good fly from Maloney. Couldn't quite hold it. Got 2 comfortable hands to it in the end as everyone stayed at ground level, but the ball trickles out just under the scoreboard.
Massive potential.
He was a huge X factor for the Lions last year, particularly when they got onto Simmons Stadium. Liked the wide open expanses. Ball in again. Hardyman goes over. Maguire. He's been pretty handy down back early. Maguire, Hardy jumps under the footy. Mistimed his jump. Fisted away from him though. And the ball out of play. Just around from the paint of 50. We've played 24 and a half minutes first term thanks to Blood Toyota. St Mary's 2-3-15 Leopold 128, Jim.
And I'll tell you what, these whistles behind us on the netball court doing me head in at the moment. Keep thinking there's more going on than there really is. West just took it out of the ruck and then handballed it over the top. He got involved and then the spear and kick went inside forward 50. St Mary's got the numbers out the back. They work it tight along the line. Come back in board now. St Mary's can try and work this one out. Looks like Scott getting involved. Handballs it, cutting it off well. There was McMahon. Just sent a big spot. Top long. It needs to be held there. And it is. That's Jai Cross going to play on. He's going to switch the ball. Poor kick. Gillies will get involved. Good little hand involved by McHenry. Just made the save that at centre half back. Kicks it out to the wing. Sam Scott looked to go. Sherman was there to put the pressure on and just hold him up. Now he hasn't got a lot going for him. He had an option about 8 metres away. Calling for it didn't work, and then he stuffed up the kick. Milky,
that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was Buzz. Don't you start on me.
Buzz's thing.
I'm on the player's side.
So it's been kicked up the wing there. Jai Cross put one down. He should have taken. St Mary's with numbers now. Dobson was involved. Gives the hands back. Yeah, just trying to do a little sidestep. Garner managed to get the kick going forward. Cross underneath it over his head, and the free kick will come because Ramos just tried to fly over the top and got nowhere near it.
Ramos. That breeze has changed direction, boys.
It has.
The weather is shifting across.
As that storm blows nearer.
So it's Cross with the footy at half back. Goes into the guts. Benjamin blocks for his teammate there, and another mark taken by Dobson. I reckon that's half a dozen almost for the first quarter.
Yeah.
Not that we keep stats on it. Where's Kirsch? He's the best stats man in the business. Here he goes. Dobson goes very, very wide into a one-on-one. Jai Walker and his opponent there, Travellini. Ball beats them both and goes over the boundary line. 40 around from the St Mary's goal. They lead by 7 points at the 26.5-minute mark of this first quarter. Did you see this coming, boys?
Certainly brought their A game.
Yep.
St Mary's very early still, though.
Playing a very heavy possession game, aren't they?
They are.
They're defending really well as well across half back. They can't get anything through there, Leopold.
Yeah. Not allowing the Mosquito fleet any space out the back. The ball's about 30 out. The throw-in was negated very early. Plenty of numbers rounded as we near quarter time. Thrown up again. Benjamin wins it down. Maguire. His kick was smothered, so couldn't get it out of there. Welsh tries to burrow his way through. Maguire comes out with it again. He was wrapped up, though. Ball eventually come out. Morris showed a clean pair of heels. The kick's not great, though. It drops way short. And Paddy Dowling marks. It's on the paint of 50 on this near side. He's darting around and
he's backing himself.
Dane McMahon tells him to go back and have the shot himself.
Well, if that breeze has changed, distance shouldn't be a problem. On
debut in GFL senior footy, Paddy Dowling. This would be a nice way to start his afternoon. Left foot from the paint of 50, wants it to come back.
Started coming, didn't it?
Doesn't quite.
Tell you what, he got the journey comfortably, didn't he?
So the wind is now favouring the end to which St Mary's are kicking. Is it not, or am I not reading it properly?
Shifted a little bit. Yeah,
definitely. As Morris just went to clear the ball out of fence, he's kicked out towards the outer wing. Sam Scott just handballed it out in front of himself. And then
look at that
on the
for some
afterburst.
speed.
Look at him go, and then handballed it in board.
Call the fire brigade. Put that grass out.
And then he put his teammate under a hell of a lot of pressure there. Chip Connors came charging through, handballed it out to Travellini. The kick goes inside forward 50.
You've got to support each other in early stage of the year, you blokes.
That's the sort of thing.
The delivery just made it worse.
That's the sort of thing you'd expect someone who doesn't know football to say when they're watching a game.
Oh, is this footy? Out wide on that occasion.
Oh,
poor kick.
Oh, very
Morris.
poor
That is
kick.
a rubbish kick.
the foot skills have been all over the place, Leopold, so far. A lot of turnovers.
So Connors has it, but he's been told by the umpire to go back out of play, so he kicked the ball into play. He has shinned at Maloney, fists it back towards goal. Can you believe that? Alex Maloney's fisted the ball
What? He's the only
10
one that
metres
went for it.
backwards, and Jared Garner was hanging off the pack in the goal square, accepted the gift, which is what it was in the end, and St Mary's practically given a goal from a situation that should have been diffused in the end. So they kicked their third of the quarter, 3-4-22 on the Blood Total scoreboard. Leopold, 1-2-8, Jim.
Should never let a man get free like that out the back, should you? Especially at the contest.
You don't punch it back anyway into the forward.
There's that too, but you can't
knock it forward.
You can't have that many flying at the footy and leave someone like that at ground level.
Shows there's not enough communication in that back line.
Should have been told to mark it anyway. He's the only one that flew.
Yeah, exactly.
Maguire out of the middle for Leopold. Goes forward. McMahon can't take the mark, but it's Kevy Burke dishes it off. Patton was almost there, but it went past him. Damien McMahon knocks it out, puts it in the path of Sherman. Sherman's kick almost picked up by Jai Walker. It is picked up on the bounce. Goes to Nick Burke with a big left. He goes into centre half forward. Who can pick it up? Marcus Thompson's there at the feet of the new fellow there in Dowling for St Mary's. Pack forms, centre half forward for Leopold, and we'll have a ball up. Desperately need a goal before the hooter goes. Almost 30 minutes gone. Was a little bit of time lost for the blood rule. Ball comes out. Punched forward. West takes a mark on centre wing. Big recruit in the off-season, Trent West. He's got it centre wing, taking time like there's plenty to go. Kicks it long into the hot spot. Third in line. Wagner.
Paid it man in front.
Paid it man in front.
Henry.
I think that should have been play on. I don't think Henry held it long enough to be paid.
Out the back to Zach Sherman. He's under the pump by Patton. Goes back wide. Delivery, or up he goes. Blood can't quite take the mark in front of Howarth. Gets just a little kick off the almost standing still. Out into Travellini territory. He gets around one, tries to go around two, gives it back to Dobson. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire says, "You're Gonski," and we'll have a free kick to Leopold, to Jai Walker.
So Jai Walker on that outer side's just going to chip it down towards the half-forward flank, and cutting it off there was Tom Lang. Took a good intercept mark.
Players are struggling, I reckon, to adjust to this breeze.
Are they ever? So Lang's just sent one long. That's just gone with the win, and Dobson just read it better than anyone else. He's the last player on the field there, so you just got to wait for a few to get forward. Running quickly.
Worked! No, you're kidding me!
It to Chip
the
Connors.
worst kick you've ever seen!
So Connors now, he's going to send this one long. It's cleared the pack.
It's
It's just going to keep bouncing. It's going through for a minor score to the right-hand side. As St Mary's just continue to pepper that goal square. We go to 5:23. Leopold 1-2-8. That's on your Play Toyota scoreboard. Travel 31 and 3/4 minutes.
Plenty of dust and wind flying around Memorial Park at the
Bloody
moment.
horrible.
It's the weather is really looking.
Look at
Like
the
sending it
white
quite
paper's
nasty.
not whitening.
Oh, look at that stop.
That,
Look at
that kick's nearly gone backwards like a boomerang in the end as the siren goes to end the first term thanks to Blood Toyota. The grand final rematch, St Mary's have come out firing 3-5-23. They lead the reigning premier 1-2-8.
Have you ever seen a tornado at local footy? Get forward line, to be honest. So, yeah, they're playing it quite smart. They're happy to give away a little bit in height so they can beat them at ground level.
And they've got Simon Close playing on a wing or at least a high half forward at the moment, lining up in front of us.
Exactly, yes. He and the very trimmed up Jai Walker. Have a look at him. Looks like a different player, doesn't he?
Yeah.
10 kilos, someone told me he's lost. In the guts, we start the second quarter. The Corobo Health Group second quarter, trying to crash his way through there for St Mary's is Jacob Welsh. He wraps, at the bottom of that, Sherman. He wraps up his opponent. I'm guessing it's Marcus Thompson.
Another flash over the trees there when that ball went out.
Yeah. well, we've got
I reckon the
probably
umpires
less to
will be
worry.
all
Oh, no,
over
it's
it now.
Sam Scott at the bottom of that pack. No, nothing doing, says the umpire. Now let's watch his throw up. It's a little better, nothing sensational. Berry knocks it down to Pitt. In the guts is Welsh. Did he get it high? Umpire says he did.
It's a bit clumsy by the Leopold player there.
It was the skipper.
So he didn't have his head that far over the footy.
Welsh goes forward. Oh, almost gave away the free kick. Out it comes to Patton. Patton, little kick over the top. Not a great one. Comes out wide to Sammy Hughes. He in turn dishes off, trying to get down to it is Hardy. Just as well he didn't kick it, but he gets it across to Sammy Scott. Scott settles, spears the pass in, looking for West. At is Wagner. Wagner, did he get one high and in the back? The umpire says so. Against Riley Hall.
So West was given a good piggyback there. I don't know how he didn't draw a free kick for arms around the body.
Hall did well to get a fist to it in the end. Looked like it was
did.
West the whole way.
Wagner gets up holding his schnoz. He's, what is he, 35? The man on the mark's probably 35 out. He'll probably kick from 40. With the, I don't know, is it the 8 of the breeze now? I'm not really sure.
Don't know which direction it's going.
He's got a bloody Dennis Lilly run up.
Don't think he's kicking into it, put it that way.
No,
Milky.
I don't think
It'd
so.
either be going with it or away from him.
In he comes. He will kick just inside 50. Comes in. Good, plenty of distance. It peels back. Goal umpire hardly moves. And that's their second goal, a very much needed one to Leopold. on the Corio Bay Health Group scoreboard. They go to 2-2-14. They trail St Mary's 3-5-23.
Yep.
Much better use of the football on that occasion from Leopold boys. I reckon so far, if you the use of the football is... they wasted a lot in the first quarter, Leopold. St Mary's were much better with the use of the footy.
They had a clean link to Sam Scott there. He had time to measure the kick. Before, they were sort of missing those handballs and it was sort of a bit more rushed. So he had time to measure it. It was a good kick to West, he just couldn't mark it, but it set up a good attack.
3-5, plays 2-2.
I tell you, our man in the box here, Matt, he's just pointing out the wind sort of going towards that left-hand pocket over there, and rain probably 10 minutes off.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Mike Larkin with it. Fresh news. Welsh.
He's getting better coming with a joke than hadn't he? He's doing a Mike Larkin.
Very good,
I
Matty.
send all the jokes
He's
into Mike
sharp
Larkin.
as attack, Matty.
I send all the jokes into
That's
Mike
why
Larkin.
they're horrific. Thrown up again. Was a whistle for a hold in the ruck contest, I think, going the way
Going to
of St
Banjanin.
Mary's. It is Banjanin, wants to dish it off. He's not too keen to kick
Banjo.
it, so goes back to Travellini, has some time and space, goes inside 50 for the first time in the quarter for St Mary's. Ball out the back. Hughes did well to control the footy. His kick was partially smothered by Dobson. Handball back, Dobson back inside to Connors, missed him just. It was cross, Morris,
Much
they get it
better,
out now,
much
Scott,
better.
centre half back. That was good by hand, and then very strong
Yes, yeah,
hand,
great
speaking
hold.
of, by Simon Close.
Good, isn't he?
And he goes quickly, nicely weighted, kick towards Houth. He read that
Sucked
like a
him
book,
in.
he wanted it out the back. Henry's there now to cut it off for St Mary's. Blood, very good tackle by
he
the
ran
lead
away
by
from
player
it.
Houth. Coughs it up, he panicked in the end. Lang weaves a path through, then dumps it down towards centre wing. The ball was hanging in the breeze, it playing tricks on all the players. Lothian runs past it. Now Morris feigns a handball. Underground ball to Scott, misses the target. Bit scrappy early on here, Banjanin. Lang goes hard at the ball, wrapped up by Maguire. He taps it to himself, trying to get it
he's
out. He
in
might
trouble
be in
here.
trouble. The umpire with a quick flurry of the chest,
Yep.
and it'll be thrown up.
Couple crucial peel-offs from Henry here in particular, and Houth read it over the back. He left his man to get in the way.
Ball comes over the back. Marcus Thompson, sorry, mate.
you're right.
Goes up and under. Going back with it. The flight is Dowling.
It's a shocking
Oh,
ball.
Hardy dishes off the handball. Over to Close. Goes long
giving it a
towards
go.
goal. Howarth. Patton leads in the race and looks back at him and says,
Not happy.
"What the hell are you doing?"
At the same time, though, good result. Get a throw in next to the behind post.
There were three St Mary's defenders against Mitch Patton on it. That was the lone survivor down there in the last line.
So you're saying it might have been the right decision to go for the...
I reckon over the top of him
go
was
for
the goal. Yep.
The boundary umpires just brought this one round a little bit
Hasn't
too. Giving it 5 metres. Throws it into play now. Banjanin and West doing battle there. West got the front position, tried to flick it out the back. St Mary's had the numbers. That's Sherman there, just throws it on the boot. Out towards the half-back flank, getting out there. Dobson for about his, what do we reckon, 8 or
8.
9?
Yeah, 7 or 8 marks.
He's
Yeah.
just taken that on the chest. He's done that a few times. Just looking for something up the field. He'll kick into a bit of a breeze here and he'll hold up a bit and then swing towards the boundary line.
whatever.
No one will get a hand on it as it bounces over just forward to centre wing for St Mary's.
Had to wait for the boundary up. Threw it in 100 metres away 30 seconds ago. So hard running for him.
Bit of gut running. 2-2-14 to 3-5-23 on the Corio Bay Health Group scoreboard.
Probably running into a breeze as well over that side.
Oh, the poor fella.
Good to be
Spinning, but they
sitting
get
here.
paid well though. I don't care. This ball comes out the back. Welsh spins, gets off the handball at ground level. Who's that for St Mary's? That's Garner.
I like that by the
Wrapped
umpire
up.
off the ball too to give that in the back.
Absolutely.
It's quite clear, especially if you're going off the one we saw only moments ago.
Garner finds Welsh, the skipper.
And
Oh, he sucked him in.
Oh, Jesse Lothian.
Could I make a suggestion, Milky? If that was any Leopold player other than Jesse Lothian, would the umpire pay that?
I reckon you might be right. I reckon they might be a bit conscious of Jesse.
Wasn't
Oh.
a heap in it.
Nah, there wasn't a lot. And Welsh knew to go to ground. As soon as Jesse touched him, he thought, this'll do me. I'll take this free. Get the 50, pop a goal through. In he comes the skipper. Oh,
And-
jeepers, he's missed
And
it from...
a gobful too. Absolute ear massage then after he kicked that.
He just chipped
It's
it up
a
into the
gobful.
breeze, didn't he?
Goes wide, the kick out. Oh, gee, it almost pinched by Paddy Killen. Oh, was he stripped of it? He didn't have the footy, I don't reckon, the young Morris. Oh, it's a free kick to St Mary's.
Yeah.
Not sure where that come from.
Must be for incorrect disposal, I'd suggest.
Zach Sherman it is with the footy. Free kick. I reckon the guy on the mark would be 55 out. If the breeze, that last kick, dishes up. No, Paddy Killen it is that has the kick. Won't get the journey, I wouldn't have thought. Comes
really?
in. Just kicks a mung.
It's
Just
90
an
metres
absolute
out, Milk.
mung. Well, if the wind was blowing the right way, he might have got there. So that Jack Berry did. The ball gets in dispute. Top of the arc. Can't quite see it.
Play
There
the
we go. Have a
whistle.
look at the monitor. Good idea. McHenry is it at the top of that? No.
The monitor's almost brighter than it is.
It is, isn't it? Maloney at the top of that. We'll have a ball up.
So it's about 30 out from home. Banjana won it convincingly. Well done by Maloney. Don't know how he got rid of it, but it works. Scott
Again.
rushes a tackle. Handball was good.
Oh, good
Burke
goal.
wrapped up well by Lang. And you'll get the free kick advantage paid. Duncan, favoured left foot, looks on target. You
Yes,
betcha.
it did.
It was set up perfect for that left boot, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
He got the ball. He had about five steps there to take and then just unloaded.
And that's his strength, Geordie Duncan. We know he's a strong kick. He's been a bit in and out of the team, but once he has time and space like that, he can make you pay.
Absolutely, Barnesy. 4-6-30, St Mary's. Certainly brought their best
It's going the
in
wrong
the
way.
first
for me,
round of the
yeah.
season. Leopold 2-2-14. We've played just over 8 minutes. That's on the Corio Bay Health Group scoreboard, second term.
I reckon-
Massive tackle for the
Yeah.
turnover.
Very good. Turning into a very good senior footballer, Tom Lang.
Okay, so back in the centre, Berry was able to win the tap, got out the back. Duncan's going to run off the back of the circle there. He just put the hands out in front of Garner, who's just scooped it and flicked it out. Umpire thought would have almost gone for the throw. Now the up and under kick just gets held up in the air, and a good mark taken on the chest there. Is that Maloney down there? On
Looks
centre
like it.
back.
Yeah, I'd say
Yep.
so.
Yep. So he's just going to kick it out towards centre wing. He had a play on a long lead there in Patton, but it was a poor kick to him. Fell about 15 short and bounced over the line. Throw in out of side centre wing in front of the scoreboard here. Shining brightly too.
There's a couple of bright
Very
lights out there. The ground lights are on.
Somebody's got their car lights on over that side as well, which is handy.
It is dark.
It all helps at the moment as it's thrown back into play. Near the ruckman got near it again as the wind took hold. Garner was able to gather it though and just go for a little bit of a gallop. He'll just send this one. Well, he tried to send inside forward 50, but he absolutely shanked it off the boot. It's taken by the Leopold defender there, and a strong tackle laid by Dobson, who holds it up. And then a little bit of feeling, bit of push and shove.
They're getting into Jesse Lothian,
Yeah.
Yeah.
trying to suck him in.
He gave young Peterson Cole a little one to go on with, and they were happy that he was picking on the young bloke.
Just polished his chin. That's all he did. Ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in out of side. 30 place 14 on the Corio Bay Health Group scoreboard. Been Trow, he's standing right in front of them. 9.5 minutes in his second term, and it's getting very, very dark. Berry has the back spot, knocks it down. Nick Burke, that is, trying to crash his way through. They corralled him, they've thrown him to the ground, and umpire says, give it to me, I'll have a ball up.
I reckon they'll need the yellow footy after half time, the way this is going.
It's not the worst idea, actually. Considering they...
Oh, there.
that was a nice
There.
block.
Oh, umpire couldn't see it.
I reckon this umpire just he would have said.
That umpire actually pointed
made
to
a signal
someone.
then,
The
didn't he?
umpire, right, he did.
Yeah.
He made a signal.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He's pressing. He did
He's
the old
walking over to
timeout.
his mate over here too.
Yeah.
They're having a chat.
Yeah.
Ball gone forward. Scott for Leopold knocks it clear at the bottom of that. Oh, gee, it's tough footy at the moment, boys. Hard in and under type footy.
It's turned into sort of wet weather footy, isn't
Yeah.
it? Just a lot of
Yeah.
bodies crashing in, trying to get the ball
Preparing.
Yeah,
forward.
it's almost
weather.
like they're preempting the weather that's going to come.
They're beating the rain to it.
So there is and to ram home that point, there is a lot of numbers around this stoppage.
Hear the thunder.
Ball's just inside the paint of 50. Sherman tries to get a handball clear. Absolutely
just
no
hit. Gone.
escape.
Oh,
Oh, no.
jeez.
Pinged
Holding
him.
the ball. Sorry, it was Dane McMahon, not... neither of them, actually.
Josh
It was
Eddy.
Josh Eddy. They all look rather similar.
Yeah, they wear the same jumpers.
Yep, that's correct, Milky. Ball into the middle of the ground. Clears the head of Scott. He does well, pick it up second time. Got his hands cleared in a great advantage. Scott missed it. Dowling, whose boots are providing some nice light, goes in his left foot. Nicely in kick two to a dangerous position. And Garner read it best. This man is on fire, Milky.
Been good
He
all
just
day.
gets in the right spots, doesn't he?
Yeah. I think someone in this box did have him in his top 10 players in the competition, and he's probably showing why.
Well, we've
the
discussed
moment.
it at half time, although we might be discussing it for the whole afternoon, the way we're going if they all get off.
So, judging by the mark that he took, this kick will be going right to left. He's in the left forward pocket, Jared Garner. Comes in, he liked it
Lovely.
immediately.
He liked it. I
too.
just watched him. That's his second, boys. and Fast looking like he'll get JB's votes at half time.
Yeah.
I would have thought
He's
so.
been everywhere, Jared Garner.
Beautiful play by Dowling as well to set that up.
Absolutely.
Sidestepped a couple and cruised through the middle and hit the target. It's pretty good stuff from a young player.
Quite honestly, none of us saw this coming.
No.
None of us saw St Mary's being able to stand up to this side.
With the rain coming in, this could be almost be a match-winning lead already.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, if we get to half time and then that lightning hits, as we heard before,
Drops are coming
we
down
only
now,
need a half
fellas.
for footy.
The rain's in.
10 minutes, what I say.
He's nailed it too.
Yeah, back in
man
the-
out the back there.
Back in the guts.
He's
West
pretty
is
happy
in
with
there.
himself.
Up against his Hardiman. Ball comes out.
Holy good spike.
Look at that.
That's a little ramp over the slips.
Good tackle on that occasion
Got him. Throw.
by Sam Boyd. And he'll get the free kick, I reckon, Sam Boyd.
Yeah. It was a throw from Jack Blood.
And he is, as the kids are all behind the goals, heading back for Sam Boyd to hit him on the chest, because he's only 30 out, and with the assistance of the breeze, you'd swear we're in a fog. It's that
It
dusty,
is, and very dark.
very dark. In he comes. This is Sam Boyd. Comes in, taking an eternity. Head over the footy. Goal umpire comes towards the van, but I reckon they're all going to him. That's a much-needed goal there to Sam Boyd, and his first for the afternoon. That takes Leopold 3-2-20. They trail St Mary's 5-6-36.
Crucial kick, as we said, with the weather coming and the rain's falling now.
Yeah.
To get close with the dry ball. Massive.
Sky, there's still a little bit of blue sky, but it's very, very the extreme left-hand side of the Kicks commentary bus. Getting very dark indeed.
It's got that rain smell about it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's good for the radio listeners.
Farmers love this stuff. Up they go. There he again, Hardiman doing a fair job in the ruck. Oh, trying to crash his way through is Maguire on his bum, dishes it off to Kevy Burke. Trying to crash his way through is Sam Hughes. Comes over to Morris. His kick around the body, but it's all St Mary's. But the boundary line beats them all. And we'll have a throw in right in front of the Leopold members.
And right below the flag, that's got some good weather to greet it on its Sunday.
So it's right on centre wing on this broadcast side. We've played 14 and a half minutes.
that
Second
was a
turn.
big
That
one.
was a
See
nice
that.
big bit of lightning too. It's getting super dark here.
Maguire.
Can't stress it enough. Maguire went hard after West won the tap.
She done want it hard and tough, Maguire, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to when you got that sort of build, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be running around on the outside with that build.
So it'll be up again just inside the centre square. West pretty convincingly over Hardiman. McMahon probably earned a free kick there as being held in the contest. And will earn one. This is of the Dillon variety for St Mary's. Just backward to centre wing and goes backward even further to Damien McMahon. No relation. He's at probably true centre half back. Working wider still is Blood. He goes inboard. That's a nice kick to McMahon. Damien
And he's
kept
got
running for him. And he wheels around on the right boot, spears it inside, 50 gillies, nearly got there, probably got there in the full in the end, but it was a tough one to mark. Wagner pushed up the ground, handball over the top from Cross, now Hughes tucked in on the boundary. In fact, he was over the
It's
boundary.
over the boundary, yep.
And it will be thrown in 30 out, roughly from home.
If that mark's taken, you'd sit here and say that's one of the better pieces of play you'll see this year, especially from McMahon, then the kick out wide, and then the run on to get the 1-2 and then send it forward. It was a really good set play, almost cross half back to switch the ball.
It was only just millimetres out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Spinning ball, in it comes. Over the top, West doesn't get a hand on Banjanin, wins it, knocks it down to Travellini. Oh, at ground level there's Sherman. He's wrapped up straight away. Umpire says he's hanging on it, and there's a wrestle going on behind play. Oh, couple...
It's the walls of Jericho.
I reckon there was a couple of punches thrown there. Jesse Lothian and...
Oh, and
and
it's
it's
on
over
there,
and
on
back
there.
again. Marcus
It's-
Thompson's in that, isn't he?
Peterson Cole's just been absolutely thrown to the ground by Marcus Thompson then. Probably sticking his head in things he shouldn't be. Probably Peterson Cole.
So Leopold are going to bring the ball out of defence. It's a nice little shove under the footy there from Logan Wagner. That was on...
He's given them... Oh, I thought
He's put it the
No,
wrong way,
yeah.
surely.
Gee, I thought Hags would get away with that.
And Paddy Dowling will be the recipient of the ball there. He's going to get on that left boot. We saw he had a fair left leg in the first term. He's going to send this one long inside forward 50. Needs to mark Sherman with
Jeepers.
courage. Almost took a blinder. Leopold tried to clear it there with an up and under kick. Good little fist in there from Tom Lang just to spoil the ball. Now it gets out the back there. It'll be thrown on the boot there by Peterson Cole. Comes off hands out towards the line and taken over it by Travellini on the half-forward flank out of side.
Can hear the rain.
They're big drops too there.
Poor old Liam up the top there. I don't really care, mate. Just keep the camera focused so that we can see what we're doing. Up it goes. Van Janen and West, all their big drops. As the ball comes down, that rain comes down. Ball's fisted forward into the path of West. He can't pick it up. It's picked up by Davis. He gets it across to his... Morris, not Davis. Morris right in front of the scoreboard. 3-2 plays 5-6. 16-point margin at the 17.5-minute mark of this second quarter. The rain is quite heavy.
Glad to be in here, boys, isn't it?
This is a great
day
seat.
to be retired, isn't it?
This is a great seat.
Thrown into play on that outer side there. West just tried to take it out of the ruck on the chest, didn't do so. Now the kick from Van Janen to the half-forward flank. Pushed away from it there was Snowden. Now gets out the back. Leopold got the numbers. Maloney tries to carve its way through, then gave the hands off. Picking up the ball there, that was Maguire. He'd love this sort of footy, I reckon. He kicked it up the wing, but it went over the line.
Hey, some of that rain is spraying in here. Come on, guys. We don't want any of that stuff. We just stay dry, don't we?
Good to see a couple more lights going on the cars on the outer
Yeah.
side.
Everyone needs to turn their
Chipping
car
in.
lights on
It's coming
and
through
waste
that
their
hole,
batteries.
I
Yeah, I reckon you're right.
Come on, Liam. Close
Yeah.
the door, will you, mate?
So the ball's
Keep
right
us
on
dry.
centre wing under the scoreboard, which shows St Mary's still in the lead. 16 points the margin. Ball at ground level, it'll beat Travellini and Snowden. And out of play. So we've played 18 and a half minutes as the rain continues to fall.
10 minutes more and we get a result.
Yeah,
If there's a, if
that's
there's
the
a,
thing.
Yep.
If the weather, or if this, what they term as dangerous weather with the lightning and so forth sticks around, St Mary's will be your winner. Hopefully it doesn't. It's not the case and we get a full game in. Ball to the back of the pack. Look at Marcus Thompson
good
show a
pace.
clean pair of heels. Runs through centre wing and drives it inside 50.
Out
The
the
kick is
full.
really taken by the wind and goes out.
Oh.
There's a big bit of lightning.
That one had to be close by. That one.
That's
Yeah.
really close.
Yeah, and I reckon the
Umpires
umpires
are looking around.
might even pull
They're
things in
considering
here
Yeah,
because that seemed pretty close. We'll keep going for the time being though. Oh dear.
Oh,
yeah, no, he's
Probably
blowing the whistle
he's
here.
blowing the whistle.
Did well to butter up his own work in the end.
And
Game
50.
against
50 for-
Patton, I would say, for some abuse, I
A bit of
suggest.
lipping, I would have thought, wouldn't it? Bit of
Yep.
lipping.
So 50 will be taken. Pretty easy one to measure out. Be no controversy this time. So it wasn't McMahon, it was Zach Sherman who
Zach
had
Sherman,
nearly had
yep.
his head taken off his shoulders. Hasn't been his most productive day from what we're used to, especially after last year's Zach Sherman, but still done his bit for the cause. Ball's gone out wide, very wide in fact, towards Dobson. His handball back wasn't his best. Walker wanted the body against Duncan, couldn't pick it up. Ball right under the scoreboard, plenty of numbers around this. I reckon we'll have another stoppage, and we do. Right under the scoreboard, which reads St Mary's 5-8-38. They lead Leopold 3-3-21. We've played nearly 29 minutes second term, thanks to the Corio Bay Health Group.
Up they go again. West gets a fist on it, knocks it down. Only as far. Oh, there's Marcus Thompson. Ball comes out. Garner he got the speed wobbles then. He couldn't hold his feet. Ball comes out. Nick Burke with the left chips it in front of weird ass kick Hardy. He goes to ground. Good work. Traps it in there. And the umpire says nobody's got hold of that. We'll have a ball up.
Hardy's another one who might have an interesting role this half. He was playing forward first half. Looks like he's going to be running around a wing kind of area by the looks of things here.
And they already had close up on a wing as well.
Yeah.
Big fish from West knocks it out. Oh, just the old tunnel ball fashion on that occasion was Morris, and the ball is still in dispute. There's a lot of this stuff, as the umpire says, give it to me, we'll ball it up again.
So we're just at the back of the centre square, half-time sign. I'm not sure how they'll work out time on for this quarter. If they do play, it will be here for a while. Ball comes out to Morris. His left-hand handball wasn't his greatest and tries to butter up and overran the footy. Connors couldn't pick it up cleanly in the wet weather.
Oh,
Just hacked
drop
out
kick
of there
almost.
by McHenry. It was a droppy that's Hardy. Burke, that's a long-range handball too. Has Marcus Thompson in some space, and he's not a
Here
man
they
you want
go.
to give much space to.
He's got his
they
little
want
mate.
space out
He's
the
got his
back.
Howarth
It's
over
Mitch
there.
Patton, runs to the paint of 50. He's got Howarth
And
in
he's
an
got Kevin
acre of
Burke in the
space.
goal square. Nah, too slow.
That's how Leopold play their best footy. That was their game plan last year and it works to a T today. It's the first time really Barnes have been able to get that link up.
Yeah, it was a great kick from Hardy into the middle. Found a man in there that just opened up everything. As we say these days with footy, the St Mary's players had to move up to the next opponent, so there's always one over the back.
6 goals in last year's grand final. He was the difference, Brandon Howarth. And it's
the top of the post.
Top of the post.
That's his second behind in this little...
in about 7 minutes of play.
Both from the same spot too.
Yeah.
Kick 100 of those at training, I'll bet.
Yeah. That's big. Kicks, both of them, stating the obvious, I know, but
yeah, I know, yes.
makes such a difference.
Dylan McMahon in the goal square. St Mary's decides to go to the outer side. Looking for Lang. Ball's fisted away. Jai Walker dispossessed of the footy. Oh, big wild handball. Maguire, can he trap it? He can't. Goes to ground. Lang is there. He can't pick it up. Loose ball. Jai Walker. Is it? No. There's the siren. Hacks it off the ground and we will... So the half-time score now is Leopold 3-4-22 to St Mary's 5-8-38. And boys, what that means is if the Lightning comes back and they go off...
She's all over.
She's all over.
Gone back with Jai Cross.
Yep. And Keister's gone to Snowden.
They are pretty tall. They've got Snowden and Gillies.
Yeah, Gillies is starting up, yeah.
Plus Dobson down there, so they've gone the 3 talls. Leopold gone the 4 smalls. So contrasting attacking options.
Interesting, West is starting in here. Berry, I guess, is on the bench.
Must be on the bench, so it's West versus Banjanin. To start this second half, up they go. West comes in, gets a shove from Banjanin and gets a free kick.
You're running the wrong way.
Yeah, he was going the wrong way, West, then, wasn't he?
Ruckman.
Yes.
Hey. The big fella drives the boot into it. Up to centre half forward. Ball's at ground level. Riley hauls over it. He gets it. Handballs it out. Trying to crash it. He's close. The loose ball comes out the back. Jai Walker round the body. Just a bit of a nothing sort of kick. And that is close, is it? Boyd that gets gang tackled. Umpire says, you made no attempt to get rid of that, and we're going to give a free kick to St Mary's.
Oh, and there's a nice little headlock applied. Oh, they're playing a bit of games. All a bit embarrassing for all involved, I think, that.
Yes, so that's McMahon.
Yeah.
Tell you what,
Damien.
Jack Blood and Jesse Lothian are just eyeballing each other down here
He's definitely... That breaks fixed Jesse Lothian up.
Yeah. Up they go. Oh, over the top was Dobson. Again, almost took the mark. Scott at ground level. No, that's Keist at ground level. I saw the 8 and called it, but ball up, says the umpire. Centre wing. Did you see that?
Yeah, the bump.
Yeah, the little bump from Jesse. Up they go. Banjanin knocks it down. Oh, ripped off it was Pitt. The umpire says play on. Out comes Travellini. Was he going to have? I thought he was almost going to have a bounce. Spears it down to Dobson.
Great
for
kick.
mark number 12, I reckon.
You're spot on, Barnes. That's a superb kick on the run from Travellini.
Well weighted.
Had time, but to have that delivery with a greasy footy.
It was a poor setup there from Leopold. They had 3 or 4 blokes running forward there, St Mary's, all by themselves on the back end of the stoppage. Someone must have got sucked in out of the side there and just gave them all that space to run through the middle.
Doesn't seem to be... They still haven't found the right matchup for this bloke, and they've got to find one or it's just going to get away from Leopold. In he comes. Dobson. He hasn't. He's pushed it to the right.
Missed
that three in a row he's missed?
That side as well.
Yep, all to the right. 3 behinds for the afternoon. If he'd have kicked the 3, mate, he'd just about have the honours, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
It's been...
As BOG, but
influential.
Garner's probably just edging him out.
So Morris to take the kick out. North Ballarat Rebels captain last year. Had to be pinpoint. And it was out wide to McHenry. It's at the left, right on the outer side, is what I'm trying to say. The kick over the head of Dowling, got a hand to it. Out the back, wheeling around is Tom Henry. Dumps it inside 50, cross. Jumped high, but ended up getting no contact on the footy. Ball tucked in on the boundary. Lothian's in that. He'll love being under that pack and scrap. And it'll be either thrown up or thrown in. It looks like it'll be balled up by the umpire. So the ball's about 30 around from home. 1 down. Sherman was being held pretty aggressively by Lothian, and Lothian then makes him earn it on the ground, but all fair. And the ball hasn't moved from that stoppage, and we'll do it all again. This third term brought to you by Buckley's Entertainment Centre. Scoreboard reads 5-9. St Mary's Leopold 3-4-22.
Up they go. 35 out from the St Mary's goal. West gets it, knocks it to ground level. And Gillies calling for a free kick, looking at the umpire, putting his hands in. I don't know what he was looking for the free kick for. Unless he thought it was deliberately tapped out of bounds, I'm not sure. Ball goes up. West has almost gotten a headlock there by Snowden. Fist over the top, comes back to Dobson. By hand, across to your man in Dowling. Goes to the goal square. Nick Boyd gets back, gets a hand on it. And Morris is happy to see it over the boundary line. Throw in, 10 metres around from the St Mary's goal. They just seem to be controlling the game.
Yeah.
For mine.
Yeah. Yeah. When they have possession of the ball, they've made a lot better use of it than Leopold have, for sure. As the ball comes back in, falls well short of both West and Gillies. Fresh air. Then Maloney gets a quick kick out of the pack. Travels a long way in the end. Fair bit of work to do. Dowling ripped of it by Thompson. Got a handball clear to no real advantage. Kev Burke just ragdolled by Riley Hall. Look how clean Brennan Howarth was, though.
Oh,
Back
good
to
hands.
Burke, and the overlapping run to Marcus Thompson was elite. He's on the paint of 50. Goes to Patton. He runs inside Mitch Patton. Curls it round the body.
Oof.
Out of side, one behind.
Had close on screaming
He did,
for it in
and
the
he
middle.
kept screaming for it, didn't he?
It's probably the right thing to do to run around. You'd backed yourself there, but you got to kick him.
9 times out of 10 he would, but they just don't seem to be switched on today.
Yeah, they're sort of 10% off, aren't
Yep.
they?
Dylan McMahon to bring the footy back in. Kicks to himself.
Oh,
Torpy! Gone the torp.
30-metre
Got
tall.
around Sam Boyd. 30-metre torp. Garner, can he trap it? He does. Decides to handball. Gives it over to Sherman. In turn, goes to his teammate. Oh, fish that pushed out was blood. He kept his feet. He's still in this. They're happy to see it over the boundary line. Was it Connors that brought that ball forward?
Yeah, one vote.
He's getting a bit frustrated. Jack Blood, Jesse Lothian just giving him a little bump, and Jack Blood responded by throwing him to the ground.
Spinning ball comes back in at the back. Banjanin throws a fist at it. Doesn't quite grab it. Pitt tries to get it. So too does Josh Eddy. Comes back to Sherman. Tries to get his way through the tackle, but he doesn't do that. Over the back. Can they do anything here close? He misses it. Or crashing his way through. Good work.
Henry.
Who was that? Henry. Yes, Henry gets the ball forward. Bouncing ball. Nick Burke and Travellini. Foot race. Travellini picks it up. Clean heels. Gets tackled. Over it goes to Maguire. Quick eye.
No.
Handballs it straight to his opponent.
Oh, dear.
Then back to Welsh. Then ball comes out the back. Oh, Sammy Hughes.
Drop
Gets
kick.
it back to Maguire, who's taken over the boundary line. And we'll have a throw in.
That was in a passage of play, wasn't it?
Cheapest.
So
Right in front of us. Couldn't get close than that, boys.
Yeah, good vantage point. So we're about 60 out from home, roughly, for St Mary's. West and Banjanin do battle. Out of
Yep,
the pack by
free
Peterson
kick.
Cole to be free kick for kicking in danger.
Yep, to Sammy Scott.
Sam Scott, who's been very good for Leopold. He's right on the paint of his defensive 50, goes short right in front of us to Jesse Lothian, who gets
Oh, a
inside.
bit of candy. Bit of candy from Jess.
Gets inside Peterson Cole and dumps
Slow
a half and
motion
under
candy.
footy. McMahon got a fist. Howarth
Howarth,
at ground
he's got
level.
Scott.
He's come into his own once the rains come, I reckon, Brandon Howarth. Scott on the outside. Shows a good bit of pace as well. Back to Hall.
Oh,
two on the back,
fell to
Thompson!
ground level. Thompson isn't going to boot to it in
Whoa.
time. I think he does. Miscommunication at the back of St Mary's allows Leopold a free passage to goal, and Marcus Thompson from the goal line kicks Leopold's fourth.
10 points.
Sam Scott's work rate was unbelievable. He was the one that kicked it out to this
Yep.
side to Lothian, and then he
Yep.
backed it up and got the ball on the
Yeah.
other end out, up the field. His speed we've been noticing, but his work rate as well has been outstanding. He looks much fitter than last year.
Yes, obviously not participating in any nudie runs, so that'll help him.
Maybe he has been. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the secret.
4-5-29. That's Leopold. They trail St Mary's 5-9-39. A 10-point margin here at the Buckley's Entertainment Centre.
Imagine how
Scoreboard.
fast he'd be without clothes on.
He's been banned, he was told. He's been banned from all that sort of stuff. Back in the guts. Berry's come back on for West. Back down to Maguire. Tries to get through the tackle. Wrapped up by blood. Umpire says, nah. Give it to me. We'll have a ball up. Hasn't it got cold? That air is quite chilly. The ball, Berry gets a fist on it, but Banjanin does the roving. And that was some kind of place kick or something he did there. Nick Burke drags the footy in. Travellini sweating on him. Tackles him in the right now, and the umpire says, nah, give it to me. You're not going anywhere. A fit Nick Burke makes a bit of difference, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Yeah. Certainly a lot of silk and polish on the outside. That left foot, always danger. Snowden gets a little toe to it. It's a good pickup. That was Peterson Cole running through, but couldn't get a quick possession. And we'll do it all again. Just outside the paint of 50 for St Mary's. Tight ball game now, just 10 points the margin.
By working his hammy here.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Ooh. Hope he warmed up properly.
Yes.
So
Go on, mate.
Perry and Banjanen this time. No, Trent West, Maguire. He's got a strong body. Be suited to these sort of conditions. Trying to get out of there is McHenry. No real exit. Comes to ground. It's just a scrummage at the moment. The ball's somehow found itself just inside the centre square.
I was laughing at Snowden there because it was almost like he was trying to run while he was in mid-air.
Happy feet.
Happy feet were going berserk. Right in front of us. Front of the kick commentary, it's Berry, wins it, gets it over to Hardy. Hardy's handball went to no one. Berry picks it up again. His handball finishes up with Welsh, was it? No, it was Lang. The ball goes out wide. Scott again goes with the left, push it down into Howard. Did he get a shove?
It's got to be a free kick.
I thought he got a massive shove in the back.
It's so obvious too.
Tappy Feet takes a good mark after receiving that from Connors, was it? Ball goes into Nick Lang. God, almost judged it. Travellini at ground level. He's kicked the Bunana. Gets the quick answer.
A drop mark from Nick Burke, crucial. He left Travellini to go up for it and he didn't complete it. So Travellini just picked up the scraps.
Yeah, bad decision out there. I think it was Connors that gave the shove, wasn't it?
Yeah, it could have been.
And and Howe's still going to the umpire. He shoved me. He's still going on. But it's a goal down there, mate. They're not going to reverse that. Whilst I agree with him, it's resulted in the goal to St Mary's. They now on the Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard. It's 6-9-45 St Mary's. They lead Leopold 4-5-29.
West is back in the forward line, fellas.
Yeah, he's too. Centre half forward almost for Leopold. Berry was knocked down. Sherman got a kick away. Look at those hands from Sam Dobson.
Wow.
He's been superb today. Kick inside 50. It's well weighted towards Gillies. On by Maloney, who's been shifted back. You're right, Barnesy. Ball at ground level. Welsh got his hands clear. Killen. Back. Cole. High up and underfoot. He was touched. It'll be play on it. Hit Snowden in the face. So no idea where it went. McHenry upended. And the ball out of play. Next to the right behind post.
Been played on St Mary's terms this game, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Since the restart, Leopold just really haven't been able to get it.
11 minutes played, third term. Thanks to Buckley's. Tossed in. Bit shallow again. Berry got a fist to it and then gets a double. To no one in particular. There was a couple of half-hearted appeals for deliberate, but nothing doing. And it'll be tossed in pretty much the same position, Milky.
I think the ruckman need to just move forward and closer. They're starting way too back.
Yeah,
it's always going to be shallow if you're that far away.
Spinning ball comes in. Berry front spot.
Oi!
Snowden throws a boot at it.
Clever.
Paddy Killen goes past the footy as the ball comes to ground level. It leaks out the back to that man, Paddy Killen. He played for the one in the back. It wasn't there. And Sam Scott still got hold of him. And umpire says, give it to me. This time, same spot, we'll have a ball up. 45 plays 29. 16-point margin. That was the same margin as was when they went off, wasn't it? 16 points?
Yes.
Oh, trying to crash his way through. Maloney gets off the deck. Loose ball at the back. Nick Burke goes to ground. Ball's not clear. Maguire tries to pick it up. He can't pick it up. Gee, the bloke that can pick it up, though, is Geordie Duncan, and he's set upon. The umpire says, give it to me. Oh, bit of some fancy hands there from Dobson, wasn't it?
Thrown up. Snowden won it down. Did well. Quick kick from... it was well done by Cross. Got a fist to it. Snap on goal, though. Tell you what.
Garner.
Was it across the face from Garner? It was. I thought that was going in for a moment.
So
strange goal umpiring positioning. He just wants to go past.
It was fooling me for a lot of its flight.
Because where I thought it was where he was standing. It might have been going over his head.
Yeah. So he extends the lead ever so slightly. 6 goals, 10. Now, St Mary's, 46. Leopold, 4-5-29 as Morris prepares to bring the ball back in. A stall product, Milky.
Yeah. They've certainly got us. They caught us, St Mary's. Well, none of us expected this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Super competitive, super young. As Sam Hughes just goes the up and under. Berry, third in line, gets a bit of a shove, and the umpire saw it. Free kick. No, Hardy got the... Widas got the free kick.
Get a good look at it too.
Yeah, we'll watch it. Get the camera on the weird-ass kicking style. There it goes, down the line. In the close direction, over his head. Was he held too? No, the umpire says play on.
Did someone go over the fence then? Was I imagining that? Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was Tom Henry.
Ball is going to be thrown in. No freeze involved in that. I thought there might have been the way they were a delay. I thought someone was getting a free kick. Just taking their time. Spinning ball. In it comes. Berry has front spot. Knocks it down. Maguire. It's taken off him by his teammate. All right, Welsh at ground level. Just kicks it out of his opponent's hands. Dishes off the handball. It's Blood. Tries to get through the tackle. Does so. Gets it over to Snowden. Happy feet. Goes to the captain in Welsh. Kick forward, Dobson's clean hands. Oh, doesn't take this one. At ground level, though, Gillies knocks it to his teammates, puts it in the path of Zach Sherman. He won't miss. Goal! That's another one to St Mary's. They now go to 7 goals, 10-52. They lead Leopold 4-5-29 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard.
Jack Blood and Jai Cross both very sore, differing incidents, but both are over their haunches. Jack Blood's just got up and gone to the bench, but Jai Cross very sore, holding his knee right now, I think. Of course, he's had history of knee problems. He's not happy. He's berating himself. Hopefully, cross fingers, it's nothing too serious. I suggest, though, if he's running off, it'll be...
I don't think there's too much.
Nothing too bad.
Might be more a corky than anything.
So they extend their lead. St Mary's, they're looking like the real deal today. 7-10-52. Leopold 4-5-29. Thanks to Buckley's in this third term. Maguire ripped down by Jacob Welsh. Two pretty solid bodies. Yep. Absolutely. Looks a bit sore too. Mitch Maguire, no, he's up to his feet now. Helped up by Jai Walker. So Leopold needs something here. They need a spark. Looked like after the break they had it, but St Mary's have controlled it ever since. Paddled forward, Marcus Thompson, who's been good. His handball's clear, and he follows up his own work too. Look at that, that's elite.
Brilliant.
Marcus Thompson, handballs to Mitch Patton, outside of the right foot. Finish is lacking, and in the end, misses everything.
Deserve better than that effort from Marcus Thompson. That was outstanding.
Yeah, that was sensational.
To keep his feet
almost
under,
player of the day, wasn't it?
Yeah,
keep his feet under supreme
look how black
pressure.
that is out there.
Yeah,
Wow-wee.
Getting pretty nasty. Henry brings it in, right next to the behind post. Not his cleanest kick. High up and under ball. Berry will have to go down a long way at ground level. Just Keast was ripped to the ground. Heavy tackle. But no free kick, and it will be thrown up on this near side, about 65 out.
Plenty of spirit in this game, boys. I like it. I like it. Up they go. Berry, good ruck work. Gets it over to Jai Walker, whose kick is intercepted by McMahon. Bouncing footy, who judges it best. McHenry gets a fist onto it, only as far as Zach Sherman. He knocks it over Jai Walker. It goes past him. The captain in pit gets it, puts it on the left in front of West. Doesn't take the mark. The ball's taken to ground. Trying to crash his way through.
Throw.
That was a throw. We could see that from here as Connors gets a footy. Kicks it forward. Travellini, it's in his path. Welsh is there. Knocked clear. Pitt tries to get through the tackle. Gets stripped of it. Ball comes back from Rimos. Haven't seen much of him. Back to Pitt. Pitt goes back to Morris. Oh, he's knocked to the ground. Travellini. He is quick, this boy. Puts it out into the path of Connors. Dowling, rather. Dowling, he's a lefty. He steadies. Oh, get stuffed! It would have been, but it wasn't. Minor score. That's his second behind, Paddy Dowling.
Getting concerned by that umpire's positioning. He ran into the post then. Doesn't know where he is.
Kick out from Keast, was it? I reckon. It's gone to Maloney. Looking. Where's he going? He's going out to Maguire. Doesn't let his teammates down. He goes in, has a great second effort, but it's almost like he needs a cavalry. There's no cavalry there to help him around the body. Gee, on the last line, McHenry takes a mark.
He cannot stand there. He cannot stand there, Tom Gillies. This last line had to be good. It was a close run thing. This is Morris in the right back pocket for Leopold. On debut for the Lions. drives it outside his defensive half. Is really a
hand
one-hander from Trent West. It must have a big hand because that ball stuck for a long period of time.
Oh, he's got
Hit
the barrel.
back inside 50 from Henry. It's a little chaos
Here's a
ball
goal.
at ground level. Dowling, that's a gift. Easy as you like.
Yep.
Plenty of flyers for Leopold. And
Right
the one who
spot.
stays down again scores the goal.
It was David Morris, I think, got caught on the wrong side of the pack there. He was on the back side where the ball fell to the front. Smart front and centre work there by Dowling. An easy finish in the goal square.
And that's their 7th? 8th. 8 goals, 11, 59. It is now 30 points. 8, 11, 59. St Mary's, they lead Leopold 4-5-29. And this is
It's getting dangerously close to being done, I'd
Yep.
say.
extracting the revenge and just showing the new look St Mary's, which plenty of youth. They're a very young side and got plenty of leg
Super
speed.
young.
19 minutes gone here in this third quarter. And unless we see some sort of a revival from Leopold, this is getting very close to being done. They've only kicked 4 goals, Leopold, and Ben Jannon knocks it down. Only as far as Pitt. That is Jai Walker. You just don't recognise him. He's that skinny. And the ball will be balled up. Back in the guts. Hasn't
Beautiful
moved
still
at
day
all.
now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is, isn't it?
Strange.
West gets that one, knocks it down. Trying to crash his way to again was Jai Walker. Scott there to lend a hand, and we'll have another ball up. The ball is, I reckon it's moved a metre since that last goal.
Yep, been a bit of that today. Very congested.
They seem
too.
happy with it too, the St
Yeah.
Mary's boys too, don't they?
Yep, pretty content to do it. And they've been very good when they've had possession of the footy too. Travellini's had a very good third term. It was nearly a push on Welsh, nothing doing. Morris hacks it out of mid-air, trying to turn out of there. Patton, he was ripped off it by Damien McMahon. It's an obvious free kick if ever I've seen one. So Mitch Patton has the footy. 55 goals last year, none today. Appeals for 50 for Marcus
If
Thompson.
that was Jesse Lothian, it'd
Yep,
be 50.
I reckon. Marcus
Yep.
Thompson been very good. Drives inside 50 and
big
spots up Berry.
Big Snow. His father's nickname was Snow.
He's tucked in on the boundary. The left forward pocket almost.
He's shown he's a straight
Take
kick
his
today.
He's goals this.
Take his best.
Nah, he'll goal
Said that
this.
last time and he
He'll goal this.
proved me wrong.
Jack Berry.
This is a tougher kick. It's a very, very tight angle, as I say. He's right on the boundary.
100% strike rate before
Left
this
forward
one.
pocket. Right foot. He'll go right post to left. But he's gone left post to a behind.
Needed a goal.
You said he was going to get one.
Yeah, well, yeah. Anyway, Dylan McMahon has it in the goal square.
Anyway.
They might be playing for the old the play because he's coming out to him. And he knows well, go on the other
What?
side.
What are you
It comes
talking
out to close. Can't take the mark at ground level. Stop laughing. Ball bouncing. Garner.
Blood.
Blood, was it, that goes forward? Oh, good mark to Jesse Lothian. There's Garner right there in front of us. Lothian. Where's he going? Just squares it to Scott. Takes a good mark. Right in the guts of the ground. Lothian calling for it back again. Gives it by hand. Across to his teammate. On that occasion, it's Sam Boyd. Goes, puts it out in front of Howarth, but the ball beats them all. Goes over the boundary line. Throw in 45 out, maybe 50 out from the Leopold goal. They trail by 29 points
Yeah. Certainly, as Barnesy
on
says,
the Buckley Entertainment scoreboard.
that's it, Milky. As Barnesy said, certainly going into a dangerous little territory here for the reigning Premier. They desperately need a goal or two, really, to finish this third term if there any chance.
Whoa, yes.
There might be a chance here, though. Brendan Howarth flees out. What a tackle. That's a goal-saving tackle. That is brilliant by Nick Connors. Howarth was on his way to goal, nothing short of 5 metres out, and a desperate lunge from Nick Connors stopped an all but certain
Brilliant.
goal. That's the sort of stuff that
That's why Higgleton
Whinging
gave him a
games.
vote.
absolutely drives it out wide, Dobson up high. Nice fist coming from Darcy Keast, who's their third option they're trying on Dobson, to real no avail for 3 quarters at least.
Just a
Wow,
massive
to
tackle, that one, isn't it? If they kick a goal there, who knows what happens in the last 5 minutes of this quarter.
10 scoring shots to 19 as the ball comes over the back. Trying to crash his way through is Jai Walker, I think that was. Comes back to Sherman. Bouncing ball. Oh, little flick
clever.
there from Gillies. And the ball comes back to Sammy Hughes. Up and under. Bouncing ball. Oh, a real weird bounce goes to West. Bouncing ball round the body. Across to Close. Tries to get it out by hand. Is that Howarth? Goes forward. Oh, right in the goal square, fists it away. So, no, I reckon that might have even been Patton, was it?
Was.
Yeah, it looked like
Patton that moved it forward, and Rushhead behind to Leopold. They now go to 4-7-31. Trail St Mary's 8-11-59.
23.5 minutes played. Third term, thanks to Buckley's.
Whoa.
Up high. I think that was West in the end. Yeah, didn't really have to jump, just put his arms up. There's a stoppage. It would be thrown up.
I don't think there's
50
anyone in the
by that
competition
home.
that gets as high as him when he jumps and raises his
Yeah.
arms.
Wind just hit out to over Banjana. No one knew where it went. In the end, Garner was first to react. Cole over the footy. Blood weaved his way through. His hands were good. Intercepted, though, by Marcus Thompson. Dumps a 50, but it's well chopped off by Tom Henry, who handballs quicker to McMahon to ground. There's a whistle.
Free kick.
Free
Leopold.
kick.
Must have been holding
It's
in the
going
marking
against...
contest.
who is that? Is it Riley Hall?
Yeah.
Yep.
Free
Oh,
kick
Berry.
to Berry.
Too. Yep, so it's going to Jack
He kicks
Berry.
this one. He kicks this one.
Surely.
Yeah, he kicks this one.
Is that in the marking contest, was it?
It
Yeah,
would have to be either
I'm
shepherding
guessing,
or holding
yeah.
him back from getting involved there.
You don't blame him, though. Look at the size, the size difference.
Yeah.
You got to do something to stop him.
Well, this would be something if you can kick it. Gives them a little...
Massive,
Yeah, a little
massive
something to go to three
point of
quarter
the
time
game.
with for Leopold. Jack Berry comes in
got
and
it.
doesn't miss.
He's
So,
got it.
there's
Big
still
Jack.
a pulse of the reigning Premier. They kick their fifth for the afternoon.
5-7-37 for Leopold, and the scoreboard has gone, I reckon it's 8-11, just off from memory,
Yep.
that St Mary's are. Yeah, 8-11-59, so a 22-point margin. Had that gone the other way, I reckon she'd just about be the fat lady be singing.
Massive, especially after the Howarth rundown before. It
Yep.
could have easily deflated Leopold completely, so they kick a goal straight away afterwards. Just keeps him in it.
25-minute mark. If they could pinch one before the three-quarter time break, they'd give themselves some real hope. Balls from West to Scott. He's dragged off it. Umpire Banjannan's at the bottom of this pack. Umpire says, give it to me. We'll have a ball up. Right back in that centre circle. Umpire's looking for an exit. Banjannan goes straight at West, then wins the tap, knocks it down. Nick Burke just throws the boot at it to centre half forward. Ball comes off Howarth's head. Goes to ground level. Two St Mary's blokes almost butt heads there to the Leopold bloke that's on his back. I have no idea who that is just at the moment. Wait till he gets up. It's little Waggoner.
No, it's not.
Something close.
Oh, Simon Close. Waggoner picked the footy up. Sorry.
Similar.
I just looked at this bloody... Don't you start.
Ball comes up. Banjannam nearly nutmegs Garner. At ground level, though, he does pretty well. The St Mary's midfielder, the ball's just on the paint of 50. Scott ripped off it. It's juggling around at the moment. Travellini got his hands clear and did well. Now Blood takes a bounce in the wet weather and it comes back to him. Showed a nice clean pair of heels. Sherman was out-wrestled. There's, 3-on-1 in the end now. Hughes has the ball in his defensive half. Goes out wide. They just assess the options, Leopold, and go back down the line to where the ball came from.
Surely
Hardy
that's
under
a
the
free.
footy.
That was a free to Henry.
Should have been.
Hardy.
Henry, Banjannan, Welsh.
Ooh.
Quick handballs here. Now it's Blood. Check side ball was nice. And finds Snowden, who's played a nice role. Up forward. Centering ball's nice. Finds McMahon. Get a free kick dash mark. Take your pick. Dylan McMahon, who's pushed up from deep in his back half and drives it deep inside 50. Burke floats back. Travellini at the back of this pack too.
Again.
And he picks it up. Ever the opportunist. Jesse Travellini responds.
That's
And
three.
kicks the goal for St Mary's. He's kicked 3. St Mary's have kicked
He's
9.
kicked 2, but they've kicked 3 from crumbs.
Yeah.
St Mary's, 3 goals from crumbs, and that's nearly the difference.
It was a smart bit of work by Travellini. He had his man sort of in front of him and he pushed him into that contest and then just ducked out the back.
Yep.
So his man crashed into the pack and was out of the play, while Travellini was the last man standing behind the ball.
Marcus Thompson probably forced to come off here. He's cramping heavily.
So at the 27.5-minute mark of this third quarter, it's 5-7-37 Leopold. They trail St Mary's 9-11-65. To me, that could almost make it really difficult for this mob. Banjannan wins it again. It's Garner tried to crash his way through. He was dispossessed. Ball's in the guts of the ground. The umpire saying that's Welsh, I think, at the bottom of that pack. It is, and the umpire's letting it go, but will still eventually have the ball up. The perhaps could have come 10 seconds earlier.
They had the run and play for almost 7 minutes there. Leopold only kicked about 1 goal.
Yep.
And St Mary's went the whole length and kicked one. It just about ruins their chances.
I wonder whether it's a ploy, because they seem to kick the ball high into the forward line, but there's always someone waiting to get those crumbs.
Yeah.
Nick Burke dishes off the handball, goes to McHenry. McHenry goes with tries the barrel up, trying to take that mark was Tom Henry. Out the back, here he goes. Hardy puts it out in front of his teammate Berry. There's 3-on-1 here. Berry against Riley Hall at ground level, picks it up. He's got Howarth. Howarth tackles him, dispossesses him, and calls for a free kick, but the umpire says throw it in.
Looked like he just threw that one over the boundary line there.
Didn't
look like a handball to me.
Yes.
It tucked right up against the behind post.
Oh, Liam's laughing up there. He's got the sun out now.
Strange old day, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Very odd. So it'll be thrown back in. Nearly every player on the ground inside this 50 arc, bar a couple. Comes in, Berry, won it down for Leopold at ground level. Connors dispossessed Howarth, tries to find a way through, couldn't. The ball dribbles towards goal. It was nearly a sliding effort from Jai Walker, but the post beat him. And will be a rush behind for Leopold. So McMahon to bring it in for the ever-impressive Saints. This young outfit showing they are the real deal. Ball's gone a long way out. Burke. Handballs. It's intercepted though by Cole. Oof. Outnumbered. Hall. Handballs back. Snowden. Quick kick round the body is good. It's a 2-on-1 contest though. Morris ripped off it. It was really, really good pressure.
Oh, he got him, Blood.
Jack Blood.
Yep.
That was a 2-on-1 contest and did brilliantly the former Falcons captain, and I've just jinxed him because he kicks it into the midriff of Morris and out of play.
Out of side, 65 plays 38. I'm so right now, St Mary's get the next goal, it's over. There you go. Going early. Putting my reputation on the line.
You don't have one.
Yeah, that's it. Ban Janet tried the old backflip. Comes out to Scott. Been really impressive with his pace today. Goes with the left. Puts it up 2-on-1. In the middle of the sandwich. Howarth at ground level. Gets it round his body, but not a good kick. Goes straight to Dylan McMahon. He's telling everyone to relax because it's 30 minutes gone. They can see that on the scoreboard, I'm sure of that. Spears it out that way, looking for Banjanin. The big banjo. Can't hang on to it, and it goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in. Don't been good today in the ruck, Banjanin, against the two big fellas.
Yeah, certainly held his own.
Yep.
Been very good. Ultra consistent, Andrew Banjanin. Spent time with the VFL, of course, 2 or 3 seasons ago now. He won that hit out too. To no great advantage, it must be said. Maguire got his hands free. Scott over the top. Hughes wrapped up quickly by Cole over the line and thrown in right under the scoreboard, which thanks to Buckley's reads 9-11-65. St Mary's Leopold 5-8-38. We've just ticked over 31 minutes. So nearly 3/4 time in this one and nearly game over according to Milky. One down by West. Did well with the outside of the palm. Just parried forward. First to it was Henry, did well. And then Blood just hacks a high up and under footy to centre half forward. One down Lothian, did well. That's him getting in fights has probably perked him up, I reckon, Milky. And the kick finds a target too.
Pitt.
A squaring ball was
kick.
Nice from Pitt and finds Mitch Patton. Pretty much directly
Crucial
in front,
kick,
45.
Crucial kick.
This one. Can't miss this one.
Between he and Howarth, they don't have a goal.
Yeah.
And Wagner's only kicked one and hasn't really been involved in the play as well.
Yep.
That's it.
55 goals last year for this man, Mitch Patton. He was a revelation for Leopold. But he's been well held by Dylan McMahon today. But this is a chance to just give his side a glimmer of hope going in to the final term. Mitch Patton, no real angle to speak of. Just accuracy will be the thing for Mitch Patton. He comes in, hangs it at the left goalpost and doesn't come back through for a behind.
So he and Howarth have 4 behinds between them for the day. 4 goals, they're right in the game. So we're waiting on Dylan McMahon to bring it back in.
They haven't been tough shots at all, you must say.
No, I think they've nearly all been from set shots, haven't they?
Patton's had a snap before.
Oh, yes, correct. So Dylan McMahon to bring it back in. Where's he looking? He's looking to the outer side. Gone out there in the Dobson direction, and why wouldn't you? It's fisted away from him and over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in. Some 65 out from the Leopold goal. They're in all sorts of trouble at the moment. 26 points they trail by. Spinning ball. West shoves his opponent out of the way. Dishes off the handball. Comes down, picked up by Lang for St Mary's. He's tackled. The umpire says throw it in. As all the Leopold boys call a cab.
So 33 minutes have ticked by now in this third term.
Hang on, did you two just laugh at something I said?
What's
going on here?
Just a little sneaky one there.
Yeah. Ball's 45 out. West works his way to the front and double palms it down. Ground level, hacked clear by Killen, I think that was, but on the full. So the kick will be taken.
We're going to look to be in some sort of discomfort then when he ran off.
I think he has a funny running style.
Yeah, he does.
I suppose. Yep.
Sam Hughes with it on the outer wing for Leopold. He opens up the angle and then drives it. It's a good distance too, about a 50-metre kick, I reckon. Tenace. What am I doing? Was Lang over the top with a nice fist. Maguire at ground level. Couldn't quite pick it up cleanly. Quick snap from Ramos. Haven't seen much of him today. Outnumbered. Geez, it nearly a leg,
wasn't it?
Had to be a leg on Keast. Nothing doing, says the umpire. We're under the scoreboard on the outer side. That's really well done by Dowling. He hasn't looked out of place, as Barnesy said. Gets it back from Dobson as the 3/4 time sign rings around Memorial Park, and the reigning premier have it all to do at 3/4 time in the grand final rematch. It's St Mary's 9-11-65. Leopold will have to pull something out of the hat to win this one. 5-9-39. That's thanks to Buckley's.
Buckley's Entertainment Centre. You been out there? And we'd need to see some sort of passion in this Leopold outfit.
Can they do it? Quick straw poll?
No.
Don't think about it.
I'm actually really disappointed with them. They've been very ordinary today.
Interesting they're going Berry to start forward. He played a lot of time forward that quarter. He looked dangerous, kicked the goal and missed another one.
Have a quick look, boys. Have a look at Leopold players. Pick one good one. I reckon Thompson can hold his head up, and Scott. That's about
Sam
it.
Scott.
That's about it for me.
Hopefully
So where
we'll
to
get a
start?
couple.
It's finals quarter. Up they go. West tries to get around Banjanin. It's knocked down. Pitt. He can't get rid of it. Nick Burke's in there. He picks it up, gets it with his left boot, gets it back again. Ball goes to Jai Walker. He can't pick it up. Trying to pick that up. I reckon that's McMahon in the bottom there. I reckon it was the Damien McMahon
Here we
type.
go.
Here they go. Patton, what can he do? Wobbles one forward. Oh, a good mark taken by Riley Hall.
Just looking at that, Patton broke out of that pack there, and both the forwards sort of ran back to goal. They didn't lead at him or anything.
Riley Hall, Patton,
Oh,
Lang. Oh, is
that's a
that the
contender.
United? That may well be
That's
the
about-
United Fuels mark of the day. Oh, and then he just follows up with a put of a kick right in front of us.
Ripper go by Kane Tenace there, Buzz. But as I said, Patton broke out.
See, that's the thing I like about Barnesy. He keeps these. He'll probably bring that out again in round 6.
Ball comes back in. Still baffled as how I did that. Had to be quick. West, others have been ping-folding the ball. Took it out of the ruck contest. Stays in. Hung in McMahon.
He's been
Handball's
good.
over the top down line. He has been to his fellow number 7, Sam Hughes, but the ball beats him right in front of his own interchange gates. And it'll be thrown in again, just backward of centre wing.
You'd give him the honours, wouldn't you, on Patton?
Oh yeah, but definitely had the better of Mitch Patton. Just 3 behinds for him this afternoon. Shuffled forwards. Gillies at ground level, got his handball clear, but it was partially intercepted.
again.
And there he is, playing in front. Pays to play in front, particularly in those sort of situations. Little McMahon marks in front of Patton and then drives it. Long right foot kick to the half forward flank. Beats everyone. Evades Jack Blood. Lothing and puts him into the bench. Cop that. It's a bit dangerous.
Yes.
And Snowden giving him a nice word.
He's up and about, though. Good to see the kid.
Yeah, he doesn't take any you-know-what, Jack Blood.
It's been good today.
Yeah.
Yes, he has. So the ball goes up. West wins that one. Comes back to Jai Walker. Round the body he goes. Howarth doesn't take the mark. Gets one in the back, does he, from Connors. Umpire says play on. Then the ball's almost thrown out of there. Lang gets it across to his teammate in Welsh. Welsh, a big up and under. And that big fly here. Zach Sherman. Oh, almost had his head pulled off.
Oh, he actually did.
No, it's still there. I can still see it on his shoulders. Still there.
Stretched his neck that one.
Yeah,
at least.
So
No one on the mark.
Sherman just ignores everyone, goes straight for goal. If he's got the distance, he's got the accuracy, and he's kicked it. Game over.
Oh, he likes his own work too.
Yes, does that.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Go out a little jig.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, you would think that Leopold would be saying, we must kick the first one. We must kick the first one.
I think that just about sums it up for Leopold.
Yep.
Sherman went back, turned his back on it, and turned around and realised there was nobody on the mark, so he may as well run in 10 metres and kick a goal. You know, with Zach Sherman, he doesn't miss when he gets an opportunity. You got to be right on him.
Beautiful kick of the footy.
You mentioned it before, Mookie. It just didn't seem like Leopold, but we're quite with it today, and that's probably indicative.
Yeah, absolutely,
of that.
mate. Yes.
Not having something as simple as to do that.
So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it's 10-11-71. St Mary's, they lead Leopold 5-9-39. Back in the guts we go. Trying to get his way. Simon Close just throws a boot at it. Puts it out in front of Berry and Howarth. Berry tries to trap it. He can't. At ground level there is Tom Henry. Comes back to McMahon. Played some sort of a game, this bloke. Dylan McMahon. In the goal square.
Timed it well to get in towards the votes as well.
Yep, just at the top of the square he goes. Out wide. So was it Riley Hall? I reckon it was. He was dispossessed. Ground level, Nick Burke. Ball goes forward by Remos. Haven't seen much of him.
Oh, it's a free.
Snowy happy feet. Goes over the footy. He's still over it. Umpire circling. Says, nah. Fair enough. He probably gave his opponent a bit of a shove there, Big Snow, and got away with it.
Got a bit lucky.
If you're not allowed to touch him from the front, I don't think you're allowed to push them either.
Yeah, that's it.
So to be thrown up right on the edge of the centre square, West, over the top, taps it to his left. But to no teammate, it was Tom Gillies for St Mary's at ground level. He was ripped off by Nick Burke, but no free kick. They work it well, though. Close at the back of the pack. Gets a kick clear for Leopold inside 50. Berry thought he was back in the ruck. Palmed it to no one in particular. Henry, who's worked his way into the game nicely, I reckon, in the back half.
Got to be quiet, Garner, hasn't he?
Jared Garner, but he was everywhere when the game was
hell
hot.
yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Bit of news in, boys. Can confirm Winchelsea game was called off at half time, which means Winchelsea get the points.
Yep.
Okay.
Over Werribee, that was.
So it's back with Henry. Left half back.
He picked him out.
Shocking kick.
That one a
Finds
kick too.
only the chest of Kevy Burke. That was his only option, as Barnesy said. Found Sam Scott from the paint of 50. A little skidder from Sam Scott. Is no good. Flew for a behind across the face.
It's his first score. I thought he deserved better than that. He's been one of the real goers for Leopold.
Yeah.
So still a McMahon in the goal square. Little chip kick. Over to his no relation. Was that his no relation, mate? West goes to ground. Even though you're a big fella, you've got to keep your feet. Banjanin does, then tries to push the ball forward. Thompson, Marcus is still in there. Eddie, he tries to give it out. But it's Keith that's at the bottom of this pack. The ball, almost like an egg, pops out the back. And we'll have a ball up. Sam Hughes trying to just help Remos up from the ground. Would you think that was helping him up? Umpire says, give me the ball, boys. We'll get this game moving.
So it's right on centre wing on this near side.
Whoa!
Oh, geez, up high was Hardiman. Didn't really get much on it in the end. Pitt dumps a high up and under footy. Mark was dropped by Morris. One he probably could have taken. Kick back in the middle of the ground. It's Dowling who couldn't get a quick pick up at it, so he just sockers it forward in the end. Lothian, they're playing a bit of soccer now. Is back inside from Dowling, and he finds Snowden.
Big Snowy, happy feet.
In a lot of space, Snowden really in the end he's
almost been played as a permanent forward, Snowden,
because
they've used Hardiman as the backup ruckman.
Yep. He's done a good job today, I reckon, Snowden.
Gives you 100%, mate. Absolutely.
Always.
100%.
Kicks from just inside 50.
I'm just
Snowden,
watching here. Big
likes
Snowy!
it.
Look at that!
That's it. That's the sealer for sure. The Premier will be defeated round one of the following season. St Mary's have kicked their 11th.
That's 11-11. 77.
That's it, Milky. Leopold 5-10-40. We've played nearly 6.5 minutes. That's thanks to Bendigo Bank in this last term.
That's sending a message, I reckon. St Mary's, that's sending a message. How did it go from 10-11 to 11-12? They got a goal and a point with that one.
Good question, Milky. Not sure how they've done
I don't know
that.
what happened there. So, back in the guts we go. We'll see how long it takes them to adjust it. The ball comes back. Pitt goes around the body.
It's in trouble.
Puts it into his teammate's corridor. Ball at the feet of his Oh, almost pinched out of there. Oh, almost a clash of heads there, wasn't there, guys? As the ball come out for Henry, he's still wrestling for it, and so too Dobson's in there. No, not Dobson. That is Geordie Duncan. Go again. West gets front spot, peels it down. He gets a free kick for being held on this occasion. very
polite.
Very polite Hardiman there. Just hands him the footy. West telling he's kicking long. Have a go at it. Someone has said to West. Up they go. Ball down at ground level. Patton finally gets one.
Good celebration too.
Yes, good celebration for him.
Nice instinctual work. Not too much planning. I like that.
No, not at all.
Yep. It was good positioning by Mitch Patton firstly, and then showed a lot of strength at ground level. Shrugged off a couple of would-be tacklers. Nice finish too under pressure.
And that, overwhelming the excitement about that goal. 6-10, 46 to 11, 12, 78. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 11. They're wrong. It's 11-11. So I do not make mistakes. You both know that.
Hardiman up early. West ended up winning the footy. Killen, who's been injected into the centre circle stoppage. Interesting work by Boyd. Missed it. And now Gillies, who upends his man at the same time as he kicked it, falls over the head of Hardy and out of play about 10 metres around from the behind post.
The game at Winch was called off, as we know. And you said they get the
late
award
news
of the
there,
points.
Milky.
No, you said they get the I've just got a message from someone else saying it was a bit stiff because they were well and truly in control. But I think you said they get the points anyway because it went to half-time.
Yeah, I believe it was half-time, so they get the points.
Toss back in. West double palms it down. To no great advantage. Quick hands for Snowden. Was a bit too quick for him in the end. Hardy hacks it out of mid-air, but
Good
only as
driving
far
attempt. What was
as Sherman again in pretty much the same spot as he was just a couple of minutes ago.
Quick glance over his shoulder to see if anyone's on the mark.
Could be goal number 3 here for Sherman. He's put together a pretty good game without
He has, hasn't he?
massive possession numbers.
Goal kicking midfielder, 39 last year for Zach Sherman. Certainly elevated himself to that top echelon of, if not players, certainly midfielders in the competition.
Class. Just say class.
Yep. So in he comes. He'll kick from just inside 50. Zach
good.
Sherman, it comes
that's
back.
got the legs.
He
It
loves
is.
it. He's kicked 2 clutch goals in this final term to kill off the reigning premier.
And as you said, has played some sort of game. So that is 12-12 it'll say on the scoreboard, but it isn't. It's 12-11. 83. St Mary's. They lead Leopold 6-10, 46. And gee whiz, you'd reckon they'll get a rocket this week, the Leopold boys. They'd be seriously lucky to have 6 contributors.
They've just been beaten all across the field, haven't they?
Yep. I'm just looking through the squad as to who can, have a beer tonight and hold their head up. West wins it, knocks it down. Welsh, he's dispossessed, trying to crash his way through. I reckon that was Connors, was it? Umpire says, give it to me, and we'll have a ball up.
That's probably the thing about St Mary's that sets them above today. Everybody's contributed.
Yes, they have. They've all had a crack, haven't they?
Player, yeah.
Yep. West wins that one. Jai Walker tries to get it. Maguire also leaves it behind. On the Killen, got it on the boot. There's Geordie Duncan with that famous left boot, you say, Buzz. Tumbles it forward. Oh, big fist from McHenry. Down to Happy Feet. Bouncing ball. Thompson. He picks it up, works his way through the pack, gets it over to Sam Hughes, goes the old 1-2, goes to the outer side, puts it in the path of the running Trent West, who takes a mark centre wing. Mobile big man. He goes down the line and finds Brandon Howarth. Between wing and half forward. Goes into the pocket, finds Sam Scott.
On the full.
Oh, it's on the full. Wow. Can't take a trick, can they?
No. Under no pressure either.
No.
It's just a genuine skill error. So he brought back in by Tom Lang. Out of his defensive half. It's a long...
Oh,
there it is.
That's Geordie Duncan, isn't it?
Dobson.
Dobson, is it?
Arching his back like a contortionist.
Well, it's
No,
not going to be an official mark.
No, it's a free kick to Gillies, so it doesn't count.
What a...
Well, it'll deserve a mention for the United Fuel mark of the day at the end of the day, I think.
Yep.
So have we picked the United Field mark of the day? We haven't had many.
I reckon Langs is up there, Milky.
Yes.
Gillies drives it inside 50. It was a good fly from Dobson again. He only took 2 in just 20 seconds or so. Running out of defence now, Leopold. Driven to this broadcast side. Tumbling ball was marked by Kevy Burke, who wheels on his right and then doesn't know what to do, so goes back in board. It's a nice spot up 2 to Patton, who's got some space to work into. Runs to the paint of 50. Mitch Patton headed towards goal. No luck again. It just skips wide. Just across the face, through for a behind. That is
1-3. He's kicked 1-3.
1-3 for Mitch Patton. 6-11, excuse me, 47. Leopold, St Mary's 12, 84 for fourth term, thanks to Bendigo Bank.
It's actually 12-11. Oh, he nearly mucked this kick up. Kick in, out. Scott gets it. Oh, and surely got one in the back there. Oh, umpire was right in front of you. Spinning ball. Welsh dishes off the handball. He's under pressure, Howarth.
Oh, he's pulled one out there.
And now he's got the follow.
That was a square up.
Yeah.
That was a free kick a week ago to Scott. And he'd be saying, I'd prefer to kick a goal than let this bloody Patton kick it. He gets enough. 1-3 for the afternoon, Mitchy Patton. In he comes. Golden Pie doesn't move. Straight over his head. Gets his second for the afternoon. 2-3, but you'd still give the chocolates to...
Yep. A couple of consolation
McMahon.
goals at the end.
Dylan McMahon. You'd still give him the chocolates.
Yeah, he's kicked, 2 goals, 1 in this quarter, Patton. So
Yeah,
the game's pretty much done now.
absolutely.
Good time to get some goals in, though. Never say no.
So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it's Leopold, 7-11-53.
You tested with this matchup, though, Milky. Quickly changing.
they trail St Mary's. It's got 12-12 on the scoreboard, but I can tell you it's 12-11, 83. So it's a 30-point margin as Banjana knocks it clear. Only into the path of Sherman again. Eddie and Welsh, a couple of tough nuts go at it. Welsh again. Tries to get it from Gillies. Gillies still competing at ground level. I reckon that's Welsh at the bottom of the pack. It is. Loose ball comes out. Eddie's at the bottom of that pack. Travellini got a quick set of wheels on him. Goes very, very wide with his kick. Can they trap it and see it over the boundary line? That is Leopold, and it's Sam Boyd who does. We'll have a throw in. Probably 45 out from the St Mary's goal. The fat lady, she was singing a 3/4 time, I reckon, boys.
Toss back in. 14 and a half minutes played last term. Berry palms it down towards Blood. Nothing doing.
You happy with his debut?
Thompson again.
Blood?
Oh,
Yep. I
Yeah.
think he's done a good job.
Yeah.
Certainly
Yes.
held his own. In fact, I'd say all the St Mary's
Youngsters?
debutants
Yep.
have done a job today. They're back in. Snowden out position against Berry. Marcus Thompson, who's been a beacon of light for Leopold today.
Oh, good big banjo!
Banjo.
Big banjo!
Very good grab for a big man. Left foot squaring ball's nice too to the man we speak of, Jack Blood.
Looked like he accidentally marked that one.
Yeah.
It looked like he was trying to run out of the way and he couldn't get out of the way.
So Blood drives it inside 50 and finds Dobson. His hands have been superb
I have,
today.
haven't I? And I haven't been able to find a match-up.
Nope. And they've got Sam Boyd in him now, so it's the fourth opponent he's gone through.
Yep.
And
Hasn't kicked a
still
goal
no
yet.
luck.
He hasn't. Yeah, I was just going to say he deserves a goal.
One of the great games for not having a goal on the board. But
Absolutely.
that could change now. He's
He's
been...
kicked 3 behinds, and they all were to the right-hand side, weren't they?
Yeah, he
And
comes
he
in
comes
now.
again.
That looks the same
Good
again.
enough.
No,
reckon he's got that
straight through. So Sam Dobson gets some reward for his hard work.
I want to know how many marks he's taken.
Or to be in double figures
It'd
now.
have to be double figures. It'd be
Double
12
figures,
or 13, perhaps.
Yeah.
A great effort. So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, it's 13-11 scoreboard. 13-11, 89, not 13-12, 90. 7-11, 53. All over this game. 36-point margin. Up they go. Berry back in the guts. Banjanin just bounces into his guts and he holds it. I'll hang on to that, umpire. I'll give it to you now. And here we go with the great throw up. Oh, it's probably one of his better ones. Ball goes up. Kicked out the back by Sammy Hughes.
Great tackle.
Simon Close, he's wrapped up and a free kick to Blood.
Jeez.
What has he done? No one seems to like him. Jackie boy. Jack Blood.
Might run out of Gatorade tonight if they're doing Gatorade showers for all these debutants.
Up they go. Oh, that was Nick Burke, almost stripped of it. Dobson wheels around to centre to square the ball up. Ball comes out the back from Nick Burke. Oh, did he get one high? Is that McHenry? I reckon he almost had his head ripped off. Umpire score. He's paid it the other way, has he? No, he hasn't.
No.
It's all right. Goes wise. I just wondered what he was doing there
He
for a
was
minute.
waving his arms
Yeah,
around.
I'm thinking, what are you doing there up? Sammy Hughes, he's got it. Gives it over to Nick Burke. Got it at half back. 17 and a half gone, and can't wait for this clock to tick over because it's already after beer o'clock. Hardy tries to take the mark. Gillies gets through the tackle. Quick give. Over to Sherman. Sherman puts it, laces. Oh, get back, Nick Burke.
Oh, it's gone under.
Almost Remos with the goal.
See
And
that?
happy
See,
feet.
Snowden threw a boot at that.
Threw a boot at it and missed.
That would have been goal of the day. McHenry
Score.
brings it in for Leopold. Big contest. Scott flew high. Gillies at ground level, reversing their roles. Got his handball cleared. Dowling had to be quick and was. Good slick hand. Sherman. That's
missed all of
terrific
that.
vision. Superb vision in traffic from Zach Sherman. Finds Travellini on the 45-degree angle. 20 out.
He's got some pace too, this boy, hasn't he?
Yep.
He's already kicked 2.
He was very lively in the second and third quarters when,
Yep.
when they needed him to kick a couple of goals for him.
Third term especially, I thought after that break he was
Yeah.
very, very influential. Jesse Travellini.
Just noticed Sherman coming off with a big grin on his face. Very
Yeah.
happy man.
As he should be. As Travellini comes in.
Lovely kick.
Low
just
trajectory
speared
and
it.
likes it.
Speared it.
He did. Speared it right through. St Mary's had kicked their 14th. And
That's his third.
yeah.
It's a good day out.
Game.
Yeah. He and Zach Sherman, 3 apiece to be the leading goal kickers on the ground. Well, everything we thought at the start of the game, how are they going to manage Western, Berry and all that sort of stuff, but they beat them at ground level, haven't they?
Yeah.
Basically beat them at their own
all
game.
over, all over the field.
Yeah.
Beat him everywhere.
Higgleston's prediction was pretty much spot on, just the wrong teams.
Yeah.
Typical.
Yeah, he's no good. Seriously, he's no good. And I thought he was a cricketer. He's no good at that either. Banjanin stays, mans his ground and then manages to get the tap out. Comes out, trying to get his way through his Geordie Duncan. Banjanin's back in there. Travellini, he's got the footy. Seasoned teammate wide. Oh, almost took that. Is that Remos? No, that was Cole, wasn't it? Peterson Cole.
Correct.
Comes back to Travellini. Comes out here to his teammate now in Damien McMahon.
Oi.
He wheels around. Oh, has a bounce.
If you don't mind.
This is easy. Has 2 bounces. Then just goes to half forward. But going back and taking a good mark. He hasn't been too bad, Jesse Lothian. He spears it into centre half forward. Goes to Kevy Burke. He gets it across to his teammate. That was Sam Boyd. Goes wide. Scott. Little give forward. It's at ground level. Here we go.
danger.
Surely this is Mitchy Patton's territory.
he's done
But
that brilliantly.
Riley Hall. Really well across to Connors. Connors says, I'm going across the line.
Brilliantly done, Riley
Yep,
Hall.
absolutely.
Terrific. They go quickly. Connors to Travellini. He's worked his full of confidence. He's just worked himself into the back half. Runs out of it now though. Drives on this near side. It wasn't his best kick. Fell short of Hardiman. Quick handball over the top. Patton's got some space now. He looks out of gas though, Mitchell.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Hardy at ground level. Handball over the top is good.
There we go.
Howarth can straighten up and kick a pretty easy goal and does.
First one.
But consolation it is. 6
Yep.
goal hero in the grand final last year. And he hits the scoreboard in the goals column for the first time at the 20-minute mark.
Of the
The
last.
final term in the grand final rematch. All too late from Brandon Howarth.
Greg Hardy never stops trying. You've got to give him that. He never stops. You see, Mitchy Patton seemed to be running up and down the spot there, didn't
He was gassed.
he? Yep. So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, the score at the 21-minute mark is 8-12-60 Leopold. 36 points down on St Mary's as they're 14-12. 96. 6-goal margin. Would never have picked this. Ball goes up. Berry roves his own ball. Gets on the boot. Hardy gets 1 grab. Gets 2. That's a mark, umpire.
Yeah, should have been.
Play on. Gee whiz. Ball goes wide. Comes out to Peterson Cole. Bouncing ball. Scott overran it, but Welsh didn't. He goes back. Gives it to his Paddy Killen there. Goes to ground. Ball's come out the back. Oh, just a handball straight over the top of the head to Scott. He's dispossessed. Loose ball out of sight. Umpire's blown a whistle. Free kick. Going. Oh. Peterson Cole just into the man on the mark and out of bounds. That man on the mark was Jesse Lothian. 60 plays 96. Even though the scoreboard says 97. I know I'm right. I know I'm right.
So tossed in right under that scoreboard. Berry has best position against Banjannon. Palms it down. But no advantage there, and wrapped up again right on centre wing. Blood doing the tackling on Sam Scott.
Feels like a long last quarter, this one, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? It's 20 past 5. We normally go off air at 5 o'clock.
Because the second quarter went for an hour.
Surely both teams could just shake hands and call this one. I reckon.
Cole, it's a quick kick out of the pack. When Airy came from Keast, handball clear, couldn't quite Lothian. His kick was partially smothered. Dug out Lothian, has another go. Gets it clear this time. Maguire sticks one hand up, then gets it at ground level, then gets a quick boot as well. Well done by the Drysdale product, Morris, and then Maguire again just kept going. Shoveled forward by Howarth. Out wide, McMahon, who just kept running for St Mary's. It's Damien, nice looking kick too.
Big Banjo again.
Banjannon, who's still running hard. He's done very well, as Milky said, against two out-and-out ruckmen in Berry and West. And he goes back, controls the tempo.
Got Riley Hall if he wants him.
Dane McMahon. He does have Hall on the switch, but don't think he's too keen on that. Might just go back down the line where it came from. And does so, McMahon. Two, Killen nearly read it best. Lothian, his direct opponent, couldn't get it quite clear in time. Paddled forward, that's nicely done. Wow, this is
good
absolutely
tackle.
buried. Managed to get his handball clear though. Blood, left foot kicks nice. Delicately done. And Dobson again, he's got a lot of ball up high and he's been terrific. He plays on quickly. Handballs over the top. Blood just keeps running on the overlap. Kick inside 50's nice. And the line-up, it's Killen. He's straight
As soon as he kicked him, threw his hand in the air.
Paddy Killen kicks the goal. St Mary's cracked the ton.
That's his second, Paddy Killen. That left his boot, and as he followed through with his hand, he just put his hand straight up. Goal.
As we said, Jack Blood hasn't looked out of place. He's teaching the Leopold midfielders a thing or two in his first game with that work rate on the outer side there. Had 3 possessions within 10 seconds there, I reckon, to set up that goal. Just ran past a few Leopold players.
7-goal margin there, boys.
Yeah.
Gone to 7.
Yeah, this is getting bad for the Lions.
Yep.
Paddy Killen, one of 11 players, Milky, in the St Mary's lineup, 20 years of age and younger.
Oh, younger, yes.
Extraordinary.
Fantastic. The the youthful exuberance, that's what it's called. Oh, close. Oh, it's stolen from him by one of those kids, and that's Paddy Dowling. He gets it, but it's just chopped off by Sam Boyd. That's an half back, goes wide, out to Marcus Thompson, who's actually can hold his head up. He goes down to Sam Scott, another one who can hold his head up. He's got it on centre wing. Goes to Hardy, another one that can hold his head up. Bouncing ball, gives it back to Scott, the old 1-2. Off the left foot, puts it out in front of Trent West. Gives it across to Kevy Burke. Round the body he goes. He's got Patton at the front. Crummer's required. Maguire, no, can't get there, and there'll be a ball in. Just to the left of the kicks commentary truck. 25 minutes gone. And could the next 5 hurry up?
This last quarter, thanks to the Bendigo Bank. Tossed in, right in the paint of 50. West palms it backwards. Scott ripped off it. No free kick. Trying to work his way through was Maloney. Nothing doing. Maguire stripped of it by 3. Left the footy behind. And that's a ball up. That was always going to be the case.
They're working hard, St Mary's, aren't they?
Yeah, they still haven't stopped running. As that passages of blood showed before, as Barnesy said. West
stolen.
and he was sharked by Welsh. That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary.
On the ball drop.
On the ball drop, he sharked it out of trouble. Thompson wrapped up and thrown over the line.
Oh, that's a highlight.
I don't reckon Trent West knows what's happened yet.
No.
Just see.
He's still looking around where'd the footy go.
Just see Tom Lang heavily strapped and icing his knee on the bench. Just saw that. Where's the ball and out, Milky?
Okay, yes, I can see him now. I've looked down the line. West got one high there. He'll get a free kick. Oh,
he's pointed the other way.
West got it high, but he's paid it to Hardiman. I don't know how that worked out, but anyway, he goes to the top of the square. Oh, almost took the Mark McHenry. Jesse Lothian gets the hands out to Pitt. Pitt at half back, kicks it down the line. Up they go. Hardiman takes the mark, right where he was no more than a couple of seconds ago. Goes to Geordie Duncan. Big lefty, goes towards goal. Bouncing. Did someone get a hand on it? Yes, they did. Rushed behind. And to bring it in is it Thompson?
I think it's Hughes.
Hughes comes out. He goes to Kevy Burke. Round the corner he goes. Gets it across to his teammate in West, who in turn across to Marcus Thompson. Gets the handball. Down the line they go. Buries the target. Bouncing ball. Can he trap it? No, he can't. It's going to go over the boundary line for sure. And we'll have a throw in.
Dying embers of the grand final rematch. St Mary's convincing leaders. 15-13, 103 plays, 8-13, 61. Certainly laid down a marker for the rest of the competition today, St Mary's.
Yep, and I think there'll be a lot of clubs getting hold of this and just seeing how to beat Leopold.
Yeah, absolutely. There were questions coming into whether they could sustain their form of last year after coming from only 4 wins the year previous, but on today's evidence, small sample size as it is, you'd suggest they'd be up there again. Very, very convincing.
You just wonder what's changed at Leopold. Are they is it the old premiership hangover? There it is! Thank God for that! So the Bendigo Bank final scoreboard says Leopold 8-13, 61 have been defeated by St Mary's. 15-12, boys. Even so it says 15-13. It's 15-12, 102. We'll see the official results and you can check what I said. I'll just double check my tally. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 3 is 12. Done. So a very, very polished display there from St Mary's. We might come back with our goal of the day, mark of the day, and best players. We'll take a break. Kicks FM 89.3 is country footy.